This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one flag away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Lions bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
Live from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, it's time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight the Long Island Ducks take on the Lancaster Barnstormers in Game 2 of a 4-game series. Well, hello again, everyone. This is Chris King, and thanks so much for tuning into Ducks baseball tonight around the world here at liducks.com and, of course, at youtube.com/DucksBaseball. The Ducks coming off an impressive opening night victory last night here, 9-2 over the Lancaster Barnstormers, as Long Island snapped the 2-game losing streak and in the process broke the Barnstormers' 4-game winning streak. The Ducks had 9 runs on 15 hits. 5 different Ducks had multi-hit games led by Cody Puckett and Joe Ashbrodeen, who had 3 hits apiece. But the big story was the guy on the hill. John Brownell tosses his first complete game of the year, allowing just 4 hits, 2 runs, had a walk, and 9 strikeouts along the way. His 4 wins now tied for the league lead. His 43 strikeouts now lead the league. He's won 3 straight for the last 5, and last night he finally picked up his first home win of the season. And for his efforts, John Brownell earlier today was named the Atlantic League Player of the Day. Well, the Ducks will try to back it up tonight. His fellow right-hander Bobby Blevins will be on the hill, and he'll be opposed by former Met and right-hander for Lancaster, Chris Schwinden. So that's our matchup. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear from the man himself, John Brownell of the Ducks.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Chris King back at cloudy, overcast Bethpage Ballpark before tonight's second game of this 4-game set between the Ducks and the Barnstormers. Again, Long Island taking it 9-2 last night behind the right arm of John Brownell, who, of course, a year ago won the championship with the Ducks, was the regular season team MVP as voted by the fans, and then went on to win the Atlantic League Championship Series MVP trophy as well. Well, last night, Brownell at his best with a complete game victory, and here's how he wrapped it up in the 9th inning. Bounces one towards short. Dan Lyons charges, fields, fires, and the Ducks have won it here tonight, 9-2. John Brownell has his first complete game of the season, strikes out a season-high 9 batters, and records his first home win of the year. They are out to congratulate Brownell as the Ducks bang out 9 runs on 14 hits, and they take the opener of this 4-game set here tonight by the final score of 9-2. So that's how it wrapped up for Brownell, and earlier tonight I had a chance to talk to John about the big victory last night with him on the hill, 9-2 over the Highest scoring team in the league in the Lancaster Barnstormers.
Me and Keith had a good game plan going into it. I felt like we were on the same page and things were clicking. Had some good defensive plays behind me, and then the offense, they showed up and put some runs up early and kept it going the rest of the night.
How much easier does that make it for you when they're scoring as well as they were?
It makes it a lot more comforting when you know you got a lead. You can be a little bit more aggressive in the strike zone and try to work ahead a little bit easier. You're not worried about making a mistake over the plate as much.
And what was working in particular for you?
Fastball command. That's one thing that's been struggling. I've been struggling with this season, and I kept the ball down pretty efficiently last night, and so it was effective with the fastball early in the count.
I talked to Fuki before the game, and he had talked about both of you going back to the mechanics of last year and driving downward on the ball. How important has that been in this turnaround for you?
It's been real important because I kind of got away with what worked for me in the past as far as my delivery. I kind of changed some things and just went back to it because it wasn't working, and it feels a lot better. I can keep my weight back a little bit better throwing with the delivery that I had last year.
Were you a little wary going into the start, John, knowing that this is a team that you'd seen 6 days ago?
No, I mean, yeah, sure, you don't want to face the same team back-to-back starts, but, I was confident in what we could do. We did pretty well against them last game. I had a lot of walks, and that's something that you can't have against a lineup like this, and I got away with it last start. So I was really, like I said, worked on the fastball command so that I didn't have to pitch with so many runners on base.
Well, you had mentioned Keith Castillo. How has the chemistry been between you this year?
It's been great. Kind of before the season, he caught me a little bit and just told him how I like to pitch, kind of my thought process, certain pitch selection and sequences, and he kind of thinks similar thought process. So we've clicked pretty well so far this year, and I think that connection is going to get stronger.
And how important was it for you to get that first home win? All 3 of your wins this year had been on the road.
Oh, it's nice to win at home. It's a good feeling, to do well in front of the home crowd. I haven't done that well at home so far this year, and so it felt nice to, please the home fans for once.
What do you expect to see from Bobby Blevins tonight? You and he have been going back and forth as far as the league lead in strikeouts, and you put up a 9 spot last night, take a pretty healthy lead.
I expect, nothing but good things from Bobby. He's a good pitcher. He knows what he's doing. He commands the strike zone really well, and so I expect him to do his usual thing, strong outing, 7+ innings. That seems to be his thing, going deep into the game, and so I expect us to have a chance to win tonight.
I think the last time we talked, John, was on the field in Somerset after you'd won the championship and were given the Atlantic League Championship Series MVP award. What was that like for you when you look back on the whole year to have a championship, to get a Championship Series MVP, and to be voted team MVP by the fans for the regular season?
Personally, it was a great season, Sure, it's an honor to get awarded with those things, but it's a team game, and ultimately the goal is to win a championship, which is a team award, and we came away with that, and it was a great feeling. It was a great season. We had a lot of ups and downs, and played our best ball at the end, and that's when you need to.
Well, John, here's hoping you can add a 3rd championship, and congratulations on the great outing last night. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it.
That is the Ducks starting pitcher from last night's game and winner John Brownell, who again now has 4 wins on the season to tie for the league lead in that department. Well, tonight, Game 2 of the series, and for the Lancaster Barnstormers, manager Butch Hobson has filled out his lineup as follows. Yusuke Kajimoto will lead off in right field. Jerry Owens, the center fielder, batting second. Cole Garner in left hits third, and Brock Kelgard will play first base and hit cleanup. Wilson Batista bats fifth, plays second base. Amos Ramon hitting sixth at third base. The 7-man is Casey Frawley. His shortstop, Juan Apodaca, will catch and hit eighth, and he will have his pitcher bat tonight. So Chris Schwinden, the former New York Met, will pitch and bat ninth, as he's only got one healthy position player on the bench, and that's his backup catcher, James Skelton, so he doesn't want to risk losing him. For Kevin Baez and the Long Island Ducks, Cody Puckett leads it off at second base. Brendan Harris at third base bats second. Lou Ford in center field hits third, and Joe Ashbrodeen will play first base and bat cleanup. Randy Ruiz in the 5-hole as DH. Adam Bailey in right field hits sixth. Keith Castillo will catch and bat seventh. John Myers in left hits eighth. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, bats ninth. And on the hill right now, going through his warm-ups, the 29-year-old right-hander from Briarcliff, New York, 6-foot-tall, 200-pound Bobby Blevins, who makes his 8th appearance of the season and his 8th start. A 2-1 record and a 3.77 earned run average for Blevins. So under cloudy, overcast skies, we are just about set to get underway here tonight. Again, Game 2 of the 4-game series. The Ducks won it 9-2 in the opener last night, banging out 15 hits along the way to snap a 2-game losing streak and in the process break Lancaster's 4-game winning streak. So the Barnstormers switch-hitting right fielder Yusuke Kajimoto is in from the left side. The right-hander Bobby Blevins kicks and comes home. And the first pitch of tonight's ball game is in there on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. We'll see what the temperature is here after pitch 2. Last night it was 72 degrees. It was hotter than that during the day, but it's cooled down a bit now. 0-1 is a check swing strike.
The official Southern Transportation Services temperature of the ball game, 72 degrees.
So 72 degrees again, same as last night, but a little more humid and certainly more overcast here this evening. But a good start for Blevins. 0-2 here on Kajimoto. Bobby stares home to Keith Castillo and his pitch. Poked into left field. John Myers a long way in will make the running catch at the waist for the first out. Well, behind Blevins tonight, he has Brendan Harris at third, Dan Lyons at short, Cody Puckett at second, and Joash Brodeen at first. Adam Bailey's in right, Lou Ford in center, John Myers in left, and as we mentioned, Keith Castillo does the catching. So Kajimoto, the soft fly ball to left for the first out, and it'll bring up the left-swinging center fielder and 2-man for the Barnstormers. That is Jerry Owens. Owens has played 5 games for Lancaster. He's just 1 for 18, and that gives him an average of 0.56 coming in. Slightly open from the left to face the righty Blevins, and Bobby misses low for ball 1. Our home plate umpire is Manolo Alejandro. It is Warren Nicholson, the umpire at first, and the man in black at third is Fred DeJesus. 1-0 is a change-up strike on the outside corner at the knees. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Well, here at Bethpage Ballpark, we go 400 feet to dead center field and 325 down the lines. 1-1, tried to drag bunt and went through it, did Owens. So that is strike 2. As the Barnstormers, who had only 4 hits last night, almost had as many errors as hits. They had 3 errors in the game last night and now lead the league in errors with 45. But managed only 4 base hits last night against John Brownell, who threw the Ducks' second complete game of the year. Sean Garceau had the only other one, and his was a shutout. 1-2 is a curveball that he waited on and foul back to the netting, and the count holds on Jerry Owens. So Brownell was unbelievable last night. Again, his 4 wins now time for the league lead. 43 strikeouts lead the league after he put up a season-high 9 last night. And earlier today, named the Atlantic League Player of the Day was John Brownell of the Ducks. Blevins 1-2 is low, and the count 2-2 now on Jerry Owens. 11th meeting of the season between these two teams. The Ducks have 4 wins, the Barnstormers 6. They've been high-scoring affairs all year. 2-2 here is bounced to first. On the short hop, it went off the glove of Joash Brodeen and into right field. And I'm sure that'll be an error on Joash, as that was a routine play if he could pick it on the short hop and just step on the base. And there it is, an error on the Ducks' first baseman, puts Jerry Owens aboard at first.
Hitting in the third position, the left fielder number 8, Cole Garner, number 8.
So to bring up Cole Garner, the 3-man and left fielder from the right side. Garner having a terrific season. His .328 batting average leads Lancaster and is number 6 in the Atlantic League. He's added 8 homers to lead the squad as well. That's tied for second in the league. And he leads the ATL with 37 runs batted in. What a year for Cole Garner. So 1 on, 1 out, no score, top of the first. And Garner had 2 of the 4 Lancaster hits last night, including a double and a solo homer to left field in the top of the 9th that ended up being window dressing in a 9-2 loss. John Brownell was that good. So Blevins ready, as is Garner. Bobby's first pitch is a breaking ball, crushed foul down the left field line for strike 1. Blevins again 2-1 on the season with a 3.77 ERA in his 7 starts. He's worked 45 1/3 innings. That's tied for third most in the league allowed 41 hits, 11 walks, 34 strikeouts, third most in the Atlantic League. Now, last night, those 34 Ks had him tied with John Brownell for the league lead. As we mentioned, Brownie put up 9 strikeouts, his most all year, and now he leads the league with those 43. Blevins throws over to first, and Jerry Owens slides back under the tag of Joash Brodeen. Owens has yet to attempt a stolen base in his 5 games prior with the Barnstormers. Lancaster as a team, though, runs very well. 48 steals, second in the league. They've only been caught 10 times, and Owens is already at the cutout with his initial lead. Blevins holds the set and now will throw over again. Much closer play as Owens had to go back to the bag hands first before Brodeen tagged him on the back. So Bobby Blevins, if he wants to catch John Brownell again for the league lead in strikeouts, will have to put up a 9 spot. And his previous high was 8 strikeouts here against York on May the 3rd. 0-1 will come after Blevins finishes keeping Owens close to the bag. So Bobby now 3 times has thrown over. You don't want to get distracted with a guy that is this hot at the plate in Cole Garner. And that lead is beyond the cutout for Owens at first. He does not go, and Blevins misses outside. Soft throw down to first by Keith Castillo will just bring Jerry Owens back to the bag. 1-1 now, the count to Garner. And how hot is Garner? He brings in an 8-game hitting streak, and he's had 5 straight multi-hit games. Unbelievable run for Garner coming in. 1-1 is outside. Another throw down to first. So, boy, the battery of Bobby Blevins and Keith Castillo right now very concerned with Jerry Owens over at first base. Blevins throwing over a couple of times. Castillo snapping throws down there twice. And Butch Hobson, the manager of the Barnstormers, goes through the signs over at third. Garner waves the bat a couple times, measuring his stroke, and then brings it over his right shoulder. And Blevins will come home 2-1. And that low, and now they're going to throw to Owens, who had a delayed takeoff, and they got him. Dan Lyons applies the tag. So Jerry Owens was caught way too far off first base. Keith Castillo, the catcher, faked the throw down to there and then threw it to second instead. And Owens is caught stealing for the second out. Good job by the Ducks of keeping him in check between both Blevins and Castillo. They kept an eye on him every single pitch, and he was just leaning the wrong way and figured he'd try for second rather than to go the other way back to first, and he was gunned down. So 2 out, nobody on, and now a 3-1 is a swing and a miss to bring the count full on Garner. And now Bobby can focus squarely on home plate and a 2-out payoff pitch. And this one bounced past the third baseman, Brendan Harris, and down the left field line into the corner. John Myers will dig it out. Cole Garner into second standing with a double that now gives him a 9-game hitting streak. So, boy, Jerry Owens getting caught stealing there looms large, because you never know with his speed on a ball into that corner. They may have tried to send him home there and score the game's first run. For Garner, his 20th extra base hit of the year. Started the night third in the Atlantic League in that category. Here's Brock Kelgard, the right-swinging first baseman and cleanup man. Blevins checks second, comes home, and misses up and away, ball 1. Kelgard batting .230, does have 7 homers. That's tied for 4th in the Atlantic League, and has driven in 12. I don't often see a guy with 7 homers who only has 12 RBIs on the year. I figure the 7 homers alone would give you more than 12 runs batted in. 1-0 is skied and deep to left center field. The Ducks, John Myers in front of the warning track, gives way to the center fielder, Lou Ford, in front of the scoreboard, who makes the catch to retire the side. So for the Barnstormers, no runs and hit, an error, and 1 man left. Middle of the first inning tonight at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It's the Lancaster Barnstormers 0, and the Long Island Ducks coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
No score as we head to the last of the first, and the Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quackerjack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. Well, Chris Schwinden, the 27-year-old right-hander from Visalia, California, stands 6'3", 215 pounds, set to make his 5th appearance and 5th start of the year for Lancaster on the Hill. The right-hander is 3-0 with an outstanding 1.95 earned run average. And Schwinden, a former member of the New York Mets, pitched 7 games, 6 of those starts for the Mets back in 2011 and 2012. They'll start with Cody Puckett, the right-swinging second baseman for Long Island, and he misses low and away. Ball 1. Puckett in at .326, 7th best average in the league. Cody fouls one back over the screen and to our right. Smashed off a window with a press box, and the count 1-1 on Puckett, who's also chipped in with a pair of homers and 22 runs batted in. Cody brings in a 25-game on-base streak, and that is tied for the longest streak in the league this year. Lou Ford had a 25-game streak come to an end here Saturday. Puckett bounces it to third, gloved there by Amos Ramon, and he fires across to get him for the first out. Again, Cody batting leadoff tonight because Phelan Lentini will sit this one out. Last night he suffered a bit of a quad strain. Kevin Baez says he's fine. He could have played tonight, but Lentini, who leads the league in at-bats, he's been that durable, gets the night off, and so Cody Puckett slides into the leadoff spot, and Puckett has been red hot of late. So he is retired on the grounder to third, and that'll bring up the 2-man and third baseman from the right side. It's Brendan Harris. Harris hitting .240, no homers, 3 runs batted in. Righty Chris Schwinden from the middle of the rubber comes home and misses low with ball 1. Again, very interesting story for Schwinden this year. We gave you his numbers, 3-0 with a 1.95 ERA. He's had a little bit of a journey already this season. The 1-0 is in the air to left for Cole Garner. Barely has to take a step or two to his left to put it away for the second out. Well, Schwinden was so good earlier this year after back-to-back wins in May against the Ducks on May 6th and May 11th. He got signed away by the Texas Rangers, but they released him after only 3 starts at AAA Round Rock in the Pacific Coast League because he went 1-2, but his ERA was 11.25. So after averaging over 11 runs per game given up, he returns to Lancaster here tonight and makes a 3rd consecutive start against the Long Island Ducks. We got the first 2 outs, and here's Lou Ford, the center fielder and 3-man from the right side. Schwinden's pitch to Ford is an inside strike. 0-1 to Lou, leading the Ducks with that .362 batting average, which is 2nd in the Atlantic League. He's got 6 homers, and he leads Long Island with 34 runs batted in. 0-1 is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lou Ford. So good start for Schwinden in his first Atlantic League game since May 11. 1-1 is low and away. And I asked Kevin Baez about those last two outings, both victories over the Ducks, both outstanding performances by Schwinden. And it said he's not a guy who's overpowering. He just hits his spot and keeps everything down. The 2-1 is grounded to the left side, backhanded by the shortstop Frawley. Sets, throws across his body, but up the line and no chance to get Lou Ford, who will leg it out for an infield single. So for Lou Ford, his league-leading 51st hit of the year keeps the inning alive for Long Island.
First baseman, number 22, Joash Brodeen, number 22.
So here's the switch-hitting first baseman and cleanup man, Joash Brodeen, batting .248, 4 homers, 19 runs batted in. And just like Cody Puckett, a very impressive on-base streak. His has reached 23 straight games. So again, Puckett did not get aboard in the first inning. Brodeen will get a chance here to extend his streak to 24. First pitch is an inside strike, 0-1. So Lou Ford set the mark at 25, and his streak ended Saturday. Cody Puckett tied him last night at 25 for the longest streak in the league. Cody's still active, and Brodeen's now second in the league with that 23-game on-base streak. This one bounced to the right side off the glove of the first baseman, Kelgard. Picks it up, flips to the pitcher, Schwinden covering, but Joash Brodeen legs it out, and that should be an infield single for Joash. It is, and so make it a 24-game on-base streak now for Brodeen as he gets it done in his very first at-bat tonight.
Hitting in the field position, the Long Island Ducks, the designated hitter, number 50, Randy Ruiz, number 50.
So back-to-back two-out infield singles for Lou Ford and Joash Brodeen. And that'll bring up Randy Ruiz, the designated hitter in 5-man, a right-handed stick. Last night the Ducks opened the game with 4 straight hits against the left-hander Clayton Tanner and scored twice in the first inning. Ruiz swings through this one, and the count 0-1 on Randy, who starts the evening at .296, 4th best average on the Ducks, 3 homers, 2 of those a week ago tonight against the Barnstormers in Lancaster, including a grand slam, and he's driven in 9. 2 on, 2 out for Ruiz, scoreless game last of the first. Schwinden's pitch in the dirt, nice block by Juan Apodaca, and it's 1-1. Brock Kelgard is at first, Wilson Batista at second, Casey Frawley the shortstop, and Amos Ramon at third. Cole Garner's in left, Jerry Owens in center, Yusuke Kajimoto the right fielder, and again Juan Apodaca behind the dish. Right-hander Chris Schwinden's 1-1 to Ruiz is swung through as he took something off of it, and that's strike 2. Kevin Baez, the manager of the Ducks, down at third. And it's Buddy Harrelson coaching over at first. Schwinden set at the belt. A check of Ford at second and his 1-2. Breaking ball, and he just topped it foul behind him to keep himself and the inning alive. Lou Ford's at second, Joash Brodeen at first. Randy Ruiz 2 for 5 last night. Scored 3 runs and drove in another in the Ducks' 9-2 victory. 1-2 pitch is way up high at the letters. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Schwinden kicks away at the dirt in front of the rubber, and now a little more over towards the first base side is the right-hander. Here's his 2-2. And that a broken bat bouncer to second. Batista will go the long way to first, and that'll retire the side. For the Ducks, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. 1 in the books tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks and Barnstormers are scoreless.
Hi, this is Adam Bailey, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as a color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, display your group's artwork, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Life is better here.
No score as we head to inning number 2 tonight in Central Islip. But the Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. And the Ducks 100% healthy. Their injuries, if you will, are so minor that both players are available tonight. Again, Phelan Lentini suffered a quad strain in last night's game, but Kevin Baez said it was more like a cramp. Tried to talk his way into playing tonight, but Lentini got the night off. And Brett Lauren, who's been out with a groin injury, is good to go tonight as well. So good news for the Ducks. 100% healthy as we go to inning 2, and Bobby Blevins to start with Wilson Batista, the switch hitting second baseman and 5-man from the left side, and Bobby misses wide with ball 1. Batista has played 4 games with Lancaster. He is 4 for 16, so as a Barnstormer, he's got an average of .250. Started the year with Camden, hitting .284 there, so you put it together and he's got a .278 average on the year, with a homer and 10 runs batted in. Blevins misses again, ball 2, and now the 2-0 is just high, I'm guessing. Look like he had the plate, but it's quickly 3-0. Taking all the way, sees a strike on the outside corner, and the count 3-1. Bobby's pitch. Fisted foul upstairs behind home plate. And the count full on Batista, who went 0 for 4 last night, to watch his modest 3-game hitting streak come to an end, but he had hits in all 3 games prior as a member of the Lancaster Barnstormers. So a payoff here to lead off the top of the second. And that fouled away as well behind home plate. Batista followed by Ramon and Frawley in the visitors' second. (3-2) once more. And that another foul ball in on the hands behind home plate. And right now, cloudy, overcast skies, breeze pushing slightly from right to left. There are some storms in our area that are moving from west to east, and right now over New York City and western Nassau County. But it looks like a line of pretty severe thunderstorms, and looks like we'll probably be in for some sort of delay at some point here as Batista takes it the other way and dumps it into left center field for a base hit. He is going to try for second. Here comes Lou Ford up throwing, head first slide, and he's in there. So Wilson Batista has a double to left center to open inning number 2 for the Barnstormers. So Lancaster 2 hits tonight, both doubles, Garner and now Batista. So again, it doesn't look like it's a extensive system, and it also doesn't look like there's a lot behind it. In fact, there's nothing behind it. So I'm not saying for sure we're going to have a rain delay, but it looks like that system is on its way through Nassau County now and should get here maybe within the hour, hour and a half, and maybe briefly disrupt this game. Here's Amos Ramon, the third baseman and 6-man from the right, and Bobby Blevins bluffs a throw down to second to get Wilson Batista closer to the bag. Ducks expecting bunt here in on the corners with Brendan Harris at third and Joash Brodin at first on the grass. Shows bunt, deadens it towards third. Blevins is going to go to third, and they got Batista hung up in the pickle. Wilson Batista in the rundown. Blevins now will run him back towards second. The pitcher has the ball and tags him out because there's 2 men on second base. So Amos Ramon made sure he got to second base, and once Bobby Blevins saw that, I think his teammates were worried that he wasn't returning the flip to second base. But when you've got 2 men on the base, somebody's got to be out if you tag him. And that rundown got so intense, John Myers, the left fielder, was actually in to back it up at third base. So Bobby Blevins gets the tag out on it there as he alertly took that bunt off the bat of Amos Ramon and immediately threw to third. Wilson Batista, give him credit, got hung up in the rundown as long as we could to get Ramon to second base. So Amos Ramon now at second, and he's the one-out runner for Casey Frawley, the shortstop and right-handed 7-hitter tonight for Butch Hobson. Righty-righty, and Blevins' first pitch to Frawley is in there for a strike, and the count 0-1. Frawley hitting .200, a homer, and 13 runs batted in, but he launches this one deep to left field. John Myers going back at the track, at the wall, and that ball is gone. A 2-run homer to left center for Casey Frawley, just his second of the season, and the Lancaster Barnstormers with an early 2-0 lead. Steps on third, the low 5 there from his manager, Butch Hobson, makes his way to the plate, and Casey Frawley's 2-run knock gives Lancaster a 2-run lead.
Batting in the 8th position, the catcher, number 27, Juan Apodaca, number 27.
So to bring up Juan Apodaca, the catcher, an 8-man from the right side. Apodaca batting a .196, no homers, 3 runs batted in. Blevins' fastball hits the outside corner at the knees, and the count 0-1. .01 is up and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Scoring on that putout of Wilson Batista went 1-5-6-1. So it was Blevins to Brendan Harris at third, to Dan Lyons, the shortstop, back to Blevins, who eventually ran him down. 1-1 here to Apodaca. And that bounced to second for Cody Puckett. Snaps it over to Joash Brodin for the second out.
Hitting in the 9th position, the pitcher for the Barnstormers, number 20, Chris Schwindin, number 20.
So 2 away, and it'll bring up the pitcher, Chris Schwindin. That's right, the pitcher is batting here for Lancaster as Butch Hobson chooses not to use a DH. He's got 1 healthy bat available on the bench. That's his backup catcher, James Skelton, and he wants to keep it that way. Greg Golson, a right-handed hitter, has a calf injury. Lance Zawidski has a quad injury. So he decides to hit Schwindin, and here is the pitcher standing in and taking ball 1. And now ball 2 up high. That's going to bring Keith Castillo out to talk to Bobby Blevins because Chris Schwindin, in his major league career, again 7 games with the Mets, did get 2 hits, 2 for 10. He batted 200 there, but in his entire minor league career, which was 6 years in the Mets system, he was an .098 hitter, just 6 for 61 lifetime at the plate, all 6 of those hits singles. So I'm sure Keith Castillo said, hey, Bobby, he's in the 9 slot, he's the pitcher. How can we even start out 2-0? And there's a strike, it's 2-1. And now missing away, 3-1 to the pitcher, Chris Schwindin. And Butch Hobson told Dave Collins, the Barnstormers radio man, he's had some success in batting pitchers previously. And here Schwindin fouls it away. to bring the count full. He recalled a time when he was managing the Nashua Pride where he put a pitcher in the lineup, and the guy went 4 for 4 at the plate. So Hobson trying to save his backup catcher in James Skelton in case he needs him. And now Schwindon gets a payoff and swings through it. Bobby Blevins has his first strikeout of the night, and that retires the side. But the Barnstormers do get 2 runs on 2 hits. Nobody left. Casey Frawley's second homer of the season, a 2-run shot to left center, has Lancaster up 2-0 in the middle of inning number 2.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Brett Lauren, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
It's your money, and you have the power to save it. Make a few simple changes, and you can use less electricity and save real money. By installing Energy Star light bulbs and products for your home, you can save hundreds of dollars each year. At PSEG Long Island, we're working hard to serve you in the way you deserve. Check out our energy-saving tips and tools at psegLINY.com/save money.
We go to the last of the second. Lancaster Barnstormers with a 2-0 lead over the Long Island Ducks. And last night in the Atlantic League, just 2 other games. Somerset Patriots at home topped the York Revolution 6-5. Pats have won 3 straight. Sugarland beat Bridgeport 7-1. And Camden and Southern Maryland had the night off. So the Ducks start tonight at 19-16. They are second in the Liberty Division, remaining 4 games back of the Somerset Patriots, while the Barnstormers stay atop the Freedom Division at 23-15. 1 game better than the York Revolution. So again, both York and Lancaster lose atop the Freedom Division, and both Somerset and Long Island win atop the Liberty Division. So no movement at all against those top 2 teams that have again begun to pull away from the pack in both respective divisions. Here's Adam Bailey to lead off the home second, and righty Chris Schwindon misses up high with ball 1. Bailey on the season hitting .248. He leads Long Island with 7 homers, and he's third on the flock with 21 runs batted in. 1-0 here is an outside strike, and it's 1-1 now on Bailey. Bailey came in last night in the top of the 7th into right field to replace Phelant Lentini as he suffered that quad cramp trying to leg out a play that became a double play ball. Bailey crushes it, but foul out in front of it down the right field line, and it's 1-2 now to Adam Bailey. 2-0 Lancaster as we start the home second. So first lead of the series for the Barnstormers, who last night fell behind 9-1 after just 6 innings. Poked the other way, past the diving glove of the third baseman, Amos Ramon, who was clearly playing Bailey to pull there, so Adam goes the other way, and it's a leadoff opposite field single to left field.
Hitting center for Long Island, catcher, number 27, Pete Castillo, number 27.
So third hit of the game for Long Island, all singles. Last night they had 15 hits in the 9-2 win, and 5 different players with multi-hit games. The only starter who did not have a hit is Keith Castillo, the man at the plate here, the catcher and 7-man, switch hitter batting left against the righty Schwindon, who misses low and away with ball 1. Castillo batting .230, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in, although he didn't have a hit last night. He went 0 for 2 and did draw a pair of walks and drove in a run in Long Island's 7-run victory. Schwindon's 1-0 is an outside strike to even up the count. Again, Schwindon's last 2 games, both against the Ducks, both outstanding. His last game in the Atlantic League before being signed away by the Texas Rangers was on this field May 11th in an 8-1 win. 1-1 here is low for ball 2. In that game, he got the win. 7 innings of 5-hit, 1-run ball, had 1 walk, and didn't strike out anybody. It's a little unusual to be that dominant through 7 innings and not have a strikeout, but he'll take it. And now Bailey with that lead short of the cutout at first draws Schwinden's attention and then deals a strike here to Castillo. That'll even up the count at 2-2. His start prior to that, or check that May 11th outing was in Lancaster. His second to last start was here on Long Island, May the 6th, and he had a no decision in a 5-4 win. Pitched well in that game as well, though. 2-2 is bounced fouled or the on-deck circle where John Myers gets loose. In the game here on the island, Schwinden, 6 innings of 6-hit, 2 earned run ball, no walks, and 6 strikeouts to tie his season high. So again, his 3rd consecutive Atlantic League start against the Ducks for Chris Schwinden, who's pitched 3 times in between at AAA Round Rock in the Rangers organization. Here, Castillo grounds it through the right side and into right field. And the Ducks in business here to start off the home second. First and second, nobody out for John Myers.
Batting in the 8th position, left fielder number 15, John Myers, number 15.
So certainly a bunt situation here for the 8-man Myers and left fielder from the right side as Kevin Baez goes through the signs down at third. Ducks down 2. If he can move 2 men over, a base hit from Dan Lyons on deck could tie the game. Barnstormers are in at the corners, medium depth up the middle. And here is Myers, a 185 hitter, no homers, 3 runs batted in. Schwinden checks second, and Myers does not show bunt. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Bailey's at second, Castillo at first. Nobody out for the Ducks here, down 2 in inning 2. Schwinden's 0-1 is just outside on some more hard-breaking stuff, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Myers 1 for 3 last night with a walk, a single, a run scored, and a run driven in the 9-2 win. Schwinden set, a check of second. Another check, and then the 1-1 is grounded into the glove of the third baseman Ramon. Steps on the bag, throws to second for 2. Batista no throw to first, as would have had an attempt at a triple play there. But they do get the double play out of it. That goes 5-5-4. So a little surprised Kevin Baez didn't bunt Myers there. Again, John Myers, a 185 hitter, batting 8th in the order, and a chance to move 2 men across. Was unable to do it, as Bailey out at third, Castillo at second. Myers now the 2-out runner at first. And here's Dan Lyons, the shortstop and 9-hitter from the right side. Takes a strike. Lyons on the year, hitting .245. No homers, 9 runs batted in. Last night, 1 for 3. With a single, a sac fly, and he drove in 3 of the 9 runs scored by Long Island. Schwinden will fire over to first, bringing John Myers back. Myers just 1 stolen base on the year in 1 try. So the Ducks quickly go from first and second, nobody out, to man at first with 2 away after Myers grounded into that double play. 0-1 is a late strike call by home plate umpire Manolo Alejandro. And now Lyons down 2 strikes in the count. Ducks with 2 singles in the first, 2 singles here in the second. And Lyons just trying to keep the inning alive and turn the order over. 0-2 poked off the glove of the first baseman Kelgard. The second baseman Batista underhands back to first, but not in time to get Dan Lyons. So another infield single for the Ducks, their 3rd of the game. And the inning does stay alive and go back to the top of the order for Cody Puckett.
Back to the top of the order for your Long Island Ducks with second baseman number 2, Cody Puckett, number 2.
Well, here's Cody, who again grounded out to third to open the game. And you want to talk about hot. Puckett brings in a 4-game hitting streak, hits in 8 of his last 9, and he's actually had back-to-back 3-hit games. So 6 hits in his last 2 games for Cody Puckett. First pitch here, and he puts it in the air to center field. Jerry Owens gliding into left center will line it up, make the catch, and the side retired. No runs, 3 hits, 2 left. We go to the third on the island. The Barnstormers have a 2-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is infield Sergio Miranda, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark. To inning number 3 we go. The Lancaster Barnstormers with a 2-0 lead over the Long Island Ducks. And, of course, all night tonight we will keep you updated on action elsewhere in the Atlantic League and in the majors as well. Full slate of activity in the ATL. As last night we told you, 2 teams, Southern Maryland and Camden, had the night off. So they will kick off their series tonight at Campbell's Field in Camden, New Jersey, with the Blue Crabs and River Sharks. York is in Somerset, New Jersey, or Somerset County, New Jersey, specifically Bridgewater, New Jersey, to take on the Patriots, and the Bluefish down in Sugar Land to take on the Skeeters once again. Both the Mets and Yankees in action as well, as the Yankees will host the A's in the Bronx. And the Mets are in Chicago to take on the Cubs at Wrigley in an 8:05 start. So Barnstormers back at the top of the order here against Bobby Blevins, and Yusuke Kajimoto, the right fielder who flew out to left, will lead it off. He almost always hits the other way, does the switch-hitting right fielder in from the left side here against Blevins, and he swings through the first pitch. It's 0-1 on Kajimoto. Batting .304 on the year, second on the Barnstormers. He has 2 homers and 15 runs batted in. Takes a ball and the count 1-1 to the native of Japan, Yusuke Kajimoto. Blevins 1-1 is again taken the other way but foul down the left field line. Kajimoto 0 for 4 last night in the Ducks' 9-2 win and has struggled of late. 0 for 7 in his last 2 games, just 1 for 17 in his last 4 contests. Blevins a long look in to catcher Keith Castillo, and Bobby's 1-2 is fisted foul back to the screen. The count holds on Kajimoto. Bobby's last outing was in Lancaster in the rubber game of the series last week on Thursday, and he took a no decision in a 10-9 Barnstormer win. His 1-2 here is another foul ball back behind home. Bobby in that game went 6 1/3, allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, a season high, 4 of those earned. He walked 3 and struck out 5. Also faced the Barnstormers here on May 8th and took the loss in a 7-3 defeat. Gave up 4 earned runs in that as well in 5 innings of work on 7 hits. Kajimoto bounces it wide of first, and he continues to battle at a ball and 2 strikes. So Blevins 0-1 in 2 starts against Lancaster, and one of those, again, a no decision. Bobby has been consistent, but has not been picking up the wins of late. Just 1 win in his last 6 starts since he won his opening night appearance, April 27th, at the Somerset Patriots. Here the right-hander misses down and in, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bobby Blevins won back-to-back titles with the Long Island Ducks, joined the team late in both regular seasons and got to pitch in the playoffs both years. So this is the first time he started a year with Long Island. His 2-2 to Kajimoto is bounced off Blevins' glove toward the second baseman Puckett. Bobby will not have a play, and Yusuke Kajimoto will have an infield single up the middle off Blevins' glove.
Barnstormers center fielder number 21, Jerry Owens, number 21.
And Kajimoto can run 6 stolen bases in 7 tries. So we'll keep an eye on him over at first base. And it'll bring up Jerry Owens, who reached on an error by the first baseman Joash Brodin back in the first inning. Top of the third, Lancaster with a 2-0 lead. And those ominous dark clouds continue to move over the ballpark with that storm heading our way. Shows bunt, and did he offer there? He had it out. I'm not sure if he got the bat head back. I think they're going to say he did, and that pitch was a ball from Blevins. Storm system still coming through Nassau County. We are in central Suffolk here, more towards western Suffolk than eastern Suffolk. In central Isa. And again, we do expect, if that system does not break up, it will cause a brief delay for our game. But again, once it gets through, there's absolutely nothing but clear skies behind it. 1-0 here is down and in, and the count 2-0 now to Jerry Owens. So Owens has his average fall to .053, just 1 for 19 in his 6 games as a Barnstormer. He's ahead 2-0, and here he breaks his bat, hits it to second. Puckett to Lyons for 1, Dan on to first, high throw. Brodin tagged the batter, Owens going through though. Great job by Joash at first, and that turns into a double play turn for Long Island, 4-6-3. Really good job by Brodin to get the slap tag on Owens after Lyons' throw pulled him off the bag.
Lancaster left fielder, number 8, Cole Garner. Number 8.
Also a good job by Cody Puckett to get to it quickly and turn it after it sounded like it broke the bat of Jerry Owens. So here's Cole Garner. He doubled down the left field line his last time up to extend his hitting streak to 9 games. And if he gets another hit tonight, it'll be 6 straight multi-hit games for Cole Garner. It was really going to be one of the guys they lean on a lot to pick up the slack after the departure of Blake Galen, who undoubtedly at this juncture of the season, a quarter of the way in, would have been the Atlantic League MVP with the numbers he posted. But if you missed it, Galen over the weekend was signed away by Tijuana of the Mexican League. Garner swings and misses at the first pitch, and now the 0-1 is a breaking ball downstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Lancaster definitely needs to bring in some bodies, as it's gotten so bad tonight that Butch Hobson is allowing his pitcher, Mark Schwinden, to hit in the 9-hole. 1-1 is low for ball 2. So the injuries aren't considered that serious to Golson and Zawadzki. But still, anytime you have to have a pitcher in the lineup in a league that uses a DH, tells you you're hurting for bodies right now, and the Barnstormers hoping some reinforcements arrive on the weekend. 2-1 is Sky down the right field line out of play, and the count even now on Cole Garner. Again, Garner, the league leader in RBIs at 37, tied for second in homers, 6th in batting average. He's also 3rd in the league in total bases, 3rd in extra base hits, and 3rd in slugging percentage. What a season for Cole Garner. Blevins 2-2 is into center field. Lou Ford will have it drop in front of him. Unbelievable. Make it 6 consecutive multi-hit games now for Cole Garner, as he is 2 for 2 with a double and now a single.
First place for number 54, Brock Keelgard, number 54.
You just can't get him out right now. It's unbelievable. So he keeps the inning alive with 2 away for Brock Kelgard, the first baseman, who flew out to center his first time up. Tough night for Kelgard last night, 0 for 4 with a hat trick, 3 strikeouts. And that's been a problem for him this year. He's now got the 5th most strikeouts in the league with 33. Blevins' only strikeout tonight is of the pitcher, Chris Schwinden, at the end the second inning. And here Bobby's fastball with some good zip on it. Strike one to Keldgaard. 0-1. Swung through as he couldn't catch up to it, and quickly it's 0-2. So again, Blevins with just that one win in his last 6 starts. That was here against Southern Maryland on May the 19th. Although, again, you got to like his numbers. ERA 3.77 for Bobby Blevins coming in tonight. 0-2 pitch. And, boy, that didn't miss by much. Maybe a bit high for ball 1. Garner can run, too. He's had 8 stolen bases and has not been caught this season. Held on at first by Brodeen. Hasn't shown any signs of going yet. With 2 away and a count of 1-2 now on his first baseman and cleanup man at the plate. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Blevins has his second K of the night, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, a man left for the Barnstormers. Middle of the 3rd, Lancaster leads Long Island 2-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Casey Barnes, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire 15th anniversary season through live chats with Ducks players and exclusive video clips. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Life is better here.
Well, hey, Duck fans, when Bobby Blevins struck out Brock Keldgaard to end the top of the 3rd, that was the 15th out of our ball game. And did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. To the last of the 3rd we go on the island. Ducks trail the Barnstormers 2-0. And right-hander Chris Schwinden, the former New York Met, will face 2, 3, and 4 in Kevin Baez's order: Brendan Harris, Lou Ford, and Joe Ash Brodeen. He starts with Harris, who flew out to left field back in the opening inning. Schwinden starts him out with a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Nice game last night for Brendan. He was 2 for 3 with a walk, a pair of singles, and he scored a run for Long Island in their series opening victory. Schwinden misses low, a ball and a strike. And for the Ducks, it snapped a 2-game losing streak. For the Barnstormers, it ended a 4-game winning streak. Schwinden's 1-1. Chopper leaping up as the third baseman, Ramon. High throw to first off the glove of Keldgaard. And behind him, backing up, is the catcher, Apodaca. And we'll see how they score it. I think that's going to be a throwing error, despite the great play by Ramon at third. With a strong throw on the money, I think he gets Brendan Harris. It has not gone up as a hit or an error just yet. And Barnstormers last night made 3 errors in the game, and that put them in the league lead now. Most errors of any team in the league with 45, and they just made their 46th of the year, as that'll be charged to the third baseman, Amos Ramon, who also had an error in last night's game. So Brendan Harris reaches on the E5, and here's Lou Ford, who had an infield single deep in the shortstop hole back in the opening inning. First pitch is a slider on the outer edge for strike 1 to Ford. It's just amazing looking over all the categories that Lou Ford is in the top 5 in the Atlantic League. 0-1 is ripped into left field. Cole Garner moving over will take it on a hop. So for the second straight inning, the Ducks have first and second, nobody out. Now again, last inning, I talked about the fact that I was surprised Kevin Baez did not bunt John Myers, again, who's his 8-hitter, who's batting under 200 for the year. Different situation here when you're talking about your cleanup man, Joash Brodin, who I certainly do not expect to be bunting here. But Lou Ford, again, with Blake Galen departing from Mexico, Lou Ford to me is the MVP in the league right now for Long Island. And here is Brodin, who had an infield single himself his first time up. Takes a change-up strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Again, with that single, Brodin extended his on-base streak to 24 games. Cody Puckett has not extended his. He's at 25 and 0 for 2 tonight, and Lou Ford again set the league mark at 25 and ended this weekend. Brodin takes another strike from Schwinden in tight, and he quickly falls behind, 0-2. So this is exactly where the Ducks were last inning, but John Myers hit into a double play. And after Dan Lyons reached on an infield single, Cody Puckett flew out to end the inning. Brodin takes a pitch low for ball 1. Joash 3 for 5 last night, scored a run, drove in 2, and had a chance to hit for the cycle as his 3 hits were single, double, triple before his final at-bat of the game where he wasn't able to complete the cycle. So we had a chance at a little franchise history last night, but he made out in that final at-bat. 1-2 here, swing and a miss, he struck him out. So Schwinden gets his first strikeout of the game on Brodin, 1 away.
Designated hitter, number 50, Randy Ruiz, number 50.
So here's Randy Ruiz, who's got hits in back-to-back games and 3 of his last 4 contests. Had a homer here Sunday against the Somerset Patriots. His first duck pond long ball. Here he goes for the fences and comes up empty. And I believe he hit the catcher, Juan Apodaca, in his mask on the backswing, and Randy, quick to check on him, appears to be okay. Strike 1 on Ruiz, who grounded out to second his first time up. Brendan Harris is at second, Lou Ford at first. 1 away, and the Ducks trailing 2-0 here in inning number 3. Schwinden comes set with an exhale, the 0-1. Low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. We talked about Schwinden and his 7 games of big league experience, all with the Mets, 6 of those starts. Back in 2011-2012, never got a big league win. He was 0-3 with the Metropolitans. 1-1 is down and away. His ERA 6.90 for the organization that selected him with a 22nd round pick back in 2008. His 2-1 here to Randy Ruiz. In the center field, Jerry Owens moving in, will catch the line drive and quickly get it in. Boy, did Randy Ruiz tag it, but an atom ball right at Jerry Owens in center for the second out.
Right fielder, number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
So to bring up Adam Bailey, who could turn the game around with 1 swing. He leads the Ducks with 7 home runs. That's tied for 4th in the Atlantic League. And he's a 2-out lefty hitter here against the righty Schwinden. Bailey single to left his first time up. Schwinden misses with a breaking ball. Schwinden, the first player from Fresno Pacific University, his college, ever to reach the major leagues. So that's quite a distinction and an honor for right-hander Chris Schwinden, the native of Visalia, California. 1-0 is downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Ducks have left 2 men on in each of the first 2 innings. They have 2 men on here in the third with 2 outs. 2-0 to Bailey. And he was going for the fences there. Came up empty. Turned himself loose. It's 2 balls and a strike. Good to see Bailey get back on track. He came in 0 for 6 in his last 2 games. But prior to that, had a 9-game hitting streak. So 1 for 1 tonight is Adam. 2-1 pitch. Foul tipped it into the glove of Apodaca. And that'll bring the count level. Ducks trail at 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Adam Bailey looking for hit number 2 of the game himself. Schwinden a check of second. Another look. And then the pitch. Almost hit Bailey in at the shins, and the count now full. So that'll turn the base runners loose on a 2-out payoff. Brendan Harris will run from second. Lou Ford from first. Keith Castillo gets loose on deck for Long Island, hoping for a chance to hit here in the 3rd. And Juan Apodaca wants to go out and talk to his right-hander to make sure they're on the same page here in the biggest pitch of the game thus far. What a start for Schwinden with Lancaster. Again, pitched 4 games, was 3-0 with 1 no decision, but allowed 2 earned runs or less in every one of those outings, and was so good in back-to-back starts against the Ducks on May 6th and May 11th. The Texas Rangers came calling and signed him away. But again, he struggled at AAA Round Rock, got released, and he's back here in the ATL. The payoff is inside for ball 4. And on the first walk of the night for Chris Schwinden, the bases are loaded for Keith Castillo. So there's our first Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. Brendan Harris to 3rd, Lou Ford to 2nd. Adam Bailey takes first on the base on balls. And here is Keith Castillo. Singled through the right side his first time up. Takes inside with no place to put him for ball 1. A week ago tonight, the Ducks hit 2 grand slams against this Barnstormer team in Lancaster as Lou Ford and Randy Ruiz both homered with the bases loaded. They're juiced again for Castillo. That one down for ball 2. 2-0, Keith ahead in the count. Looks like Schwinden's a little upset with home plate umpire Manolo Alejandro, feeling he's squeezing him just a little bit. So what'll Keith do at 2-0? Does he take one, or does he hope to get a pitch to hit and drive it? Base hit could tie the game. Goes after it and fouled it upstairs behind home plate for strike 1. So big pitch for Schwinden, who certainly didn't want to fall behind 3-0. And now he brings it to 2-1 against Castillo. Here's the pitch. And that to the shortstop. Frawley flips to second. They just get Bailey there. What a pick on the short hop by Casey Frawley, who was partially screened by Lou Ford, the runner at second. He did a great job to find that ball, get it to second, get the force, and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, an error, and the Ducks leave the bases loaded. We go to the 4th on Long Island. It remains the Lancaster Barnstormers 2 and the Long Island Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ, Southside Hospital in Bayshore, is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Life without Ducks baseball.
Emily, quit texting. James, get off the iPad. Honey, pick a channel.
Life with Ducks baseball.
Bethpage Ballpark is set, Quackerjack is ready, and the flock is prepared to defend their title. All we need is you. For game times, promos, and tickets, visit liducks.com.
It's a blast. Now that's more like it.
Long Island Ducks Baseball. Life is better here.
Well, we go to inning number 4 at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks trail the Barnstormers 2-0 for Lancaster. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. For the Ducks, no runs, 6 hits, 1 error. And I briefly mentioned something a bit before that is going to play into our 4th inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. I talked about Joe Ashbrodeen, who came to the plate in the 8th inning last night with a chance to do something that had only been done once in Long Island Ducks history, and that is hit for the cycle. So it got me thinking, with this being the 15th anniversary season as for Long Island Ducks baseball, you think about it, 15 years is a long time, and I came up with 5 individual things, 5 individual accomplishments that have only been done once in franchise history. One of those is hit for the cycle. And what I want you to do tonight, as we give you the question here in the top of the inning and the answer in the bottom of the frame, is come up with as many of the 5 as you can. Wilson Batista to lead off the visitors' 4th for Lancaster, and Bobby Blevins starts him out with an outside strike. So here it is. I come up with 5 pretty significant things, individual achievements by Long Island Ducks, as Batista drives it into right field. That'll be a base hit. It'll go all the way to the wall. Bailey actually cut it off at the track. He's going to go for second. Here's Adams' throw. Not in time as he lost his footing. So Wilson Batista, 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of doubles. So see how many of them you can come up with. Again, there's only been 1 Duck ever to hit for the cycle. Tell me who he is. And then see if you can come up with the other 4 things that I came up with that have only been done once in franchise history in the 15 years of Long Island Ducks baseball. Again, they're all major accomplishments for anybody to do in any league of any kind. But still, 15 years of baseball, you'd think that these events have occurred more than once. They haven't. Here's Amos Ramon with the infield in, and he fouls it back upstairs behind home plate. So think about it. Big nights, big things that have happened for the Ducks, and try to come up with as many as you can that have happened only one time in franchise history. And we'll give you what those amazing accomplishments were, including hit for the cycle. And we'll give you who did them in the bottom of the inning. Amos Ramon, last time, bunted his way into a fielder's choice as here he fouls it back. So this time not trying to bunt at all. This is the exact situation he was in the 2nd inning when Wilson Batista doubled the left center to open the frame. This time he doubles the right to open the inning. And this time Ramon will not try to bunt him over to third base. Down in the count, though, 0-2. Amos Ramon was able to go to second base when Wilson Batista got hung up between second and third on that bunt attempt by Ramon. And then you had 2 Barnstormers standing on second. So Bobby Blevins, the pitcher, just tagged Batista for the out. 0-2 here is a foul ball back to the screen, and the count holds on Amos Ramon. Lancaster leads by 2 here in the top of the 4th. Ramon just a 167 hitter on the year coming in. Takes a fastball letter high for ball 1. Well, if you're listening last night, you know who the Duck was, the only Duck to hit for the cycle, but can you come up with 4 other individual things that have been done once and only once in 15 years of Ducks baseball? 1-2 is on the outside corner, a call, 3rd strike. Bobby Blevins has his 3rd K, out number 1.
Which means another K on the Cradle Aviation K board.
So again, Blevins started the night 3rd in the league in strikeouts with 34.
Barnstormer shortstop, number 6, Casey Frawley.
He and John Brownell were tied for the league lead at start of play last night, but Brownell, a season-high 9 strikeouts to take away sole possession of the league lead. And Bobby now a 3rd of the way there. Here's Casey Frawley, who hit just his second homer of the season, a 2-run shot to left center, his only time up. And that provided both runs tonight for the Barnstormers. Blevins a check of second where Batista leads away. And then misses in tight to Frawley. And the count 1-0. They got the runner. Batista hung up between second and third. Great job by Blevins, and now the Ducks will try to execute the pick-off, the rundown, I should say, and finally Dan Lyons is the one who tags him. So second time tonight, the Barnstormers have a runner in scoring position, taken off the base pads on a base-running blunder. And this time again, it's Wilson Batista, who last time was just trying to go to third on the bunt by Amos Ramon and got hung up. This time Bobby Blevins got it started. And the Ducks get a second out and take another man out of scoring position. So now Casey Frawley, the 2-out hitter, with nobody aboard, and he takes up high. Been almost a month between home runs for Casey Frawley. His only home run of this season was May 5th at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster against the Somerset Patriots. So that goes down as another caught stealing. Second time in the game, the Barnstormers are caught stealing. And again, really the third overall runner that's been taken off the base paths tonight by the Ducks. He had a bunt in which they got the lead man, 2 caught stealings. But here, Casey Frawley works out a 2-out walk. First base on balls tonight for Bobby Blevins. The caught stealing went 1-5-4-6 in the rundown. And here's Juan Apodaca, who grounded out to second his only time up. So Barnstormers have had a ton of runners taken off the base paths. Ducks just the opposite. They've left 7 men on base through the first 3 innings. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. They left them loaded. Strike 1 here to Apodaca. And now Blevins readies for the 0-1. And that just missing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Juan Apodaca. And you want to talk about a slump. Apodaca now 0 for 18 in his last 7 games. Last night 0 for 2 and drew the only walk of the game, worked out by Barnstormers hitters. John Brownell, 1 walk in the complete game and 9 strikeouts, a season high. 1-1 is a late decision to swing, and he fouled it back into the club seats, upper deck behind home plate. And Blevins out in front of the catcher and 8-man for the Barnstormers. (2-0) Lancaster, each team with 6 hits, each team with 1 error. Ducks have just been unable to take advantage of golden opportunities the last 2 innings. First and second, nobody out each frame, and couldn't get a run home. The runner, Frawley, takes off. The ball hit back to Blevins, snares it at his feet, lobs to first, and the side retired. No runs, a hit, a walk, and 1 man left. To the bottom of the 4th we go in Central Islip. The Barnstormers lead the Ducks 2-0.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicolak paving stones and walls. Nicolak's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicolak. Visit the Nicolak Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers, let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your back-to-back Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks president and general manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 15th anniversary season. Ducks baseball. Life is better here.
Ducks trailing 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth, and time now to wrap up our fourth inning trivia. 15 years of Long Island Ducks baseball is what we're celebrating all season long, and I came up with 5 incredible achievements that have been done only once in the 15-year history of the Long Island Ducks. I asked you to think about and name as many as you could. We touched on one of them, hit for the cycle, the only Duck to ever hit for the cycle, the guy they call the Machete. Of course, he plays for the Bridgeport Bluefish these days, but Luis Rodriguez in July of 2004 did it at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey. There's only been one no-hitter in franchise history. That was done by Rod Henderson here back in May of 2001. I was here that night. I will never forget that. There's been one 3-homer game in Ducks history. Ray Navarrete did it here in the summer of 2008 against the Newark Bears. I was here for that. I got a chance to call that. That was amazing. There's been only one 6-run game in team history. John Rodriguez scored 6 runs against this Barnstormer team in Lancaster back in 2011 in the Ducks' 25-10 win. And there's only been one 6-hit game in franchise history. That was the great Francisco Morales back in the very first season of Ducks baseball in the year 2000. Here is John Myers to lead off the home fourth. And Chris Schwinden, the right-hander, misses downstairs for ball 1. Myers grounded into a double play back in the second inning. So there you have it, 5 incredible individual accomplishments that have been done once in the 15-year history of the Long Island Ducks. Schwinden gets a strike, and the count 1-1. And again, just so many memories. I think about it, 1, 2, 3. I was at 4 of the 5. The only one that I was not at was the 6-hit game by Francisco Morales. As here, Myers puts it into shallow center field. Jerry Owens, the center fielder, comes loping in under it and makes the catch for the first out. So again, Francisco Morales, the very first catcher in team history, and the very first one of the few star players of the early season, was playing a game for the Ducks that very first season against Lehigh Valley out in Quakertown in Pennsylvania. He had a 6-hit game, and that's the only 6-hit game the team has ever had. It happened in the first year of Ducks baseball, and it never happened since. Here's Dan Lyons, the one-out hitter. He had an infield single his first time through. Schwinden's first pitch is a strike. And then the very next year, the Ducks had that Rod Henderson no-hitter. I was here for that. I was not broadcasting that game, but I was here for that, and never forget that night. And that's probably my favorite Ducks souvenir that I own. As here Schwinden gets an inside strike, 1-1. After that game, I was scoring the game, and I took my personal score sheet down to the Ducks clubhouse and got Rod Henderson to sign it. That's probably still my favorite personal piece of Ducks memorabilia, the signed score sheet from the only no-hitter in team history. Here a Baltimore chop up and down over the head of the third baseman Amos Ramon and down the left field line, and Dan Lyons is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles coming off his 3 RBI game here last night. Getting it done in the 9-hole is Lyons.
With second baseman number 2, Cody Puckett, number 2.
So back to the top of the order, Cody Puckett, 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded to third and flied to center, has not extended his 25-game on-base streak yet, which ties Lou Ford for number 1 in the Atlantic League this year. First pitch to Cody is low and away for ball 1. We talked about Puckett having back-to-back 3-hit games coming in. He actually has 3 3-hit games in his last 4 contests, 10 hits in that 4-game run. 1-0 is down and away for ball 2. So again, it is an on-base streak, so if he can even just draw a walk, he will make it 26 straight games reaching base, and that would be a new league high. He's got Lyons at first as the one-out runner, and Cody represents the tying run at the plate. 2-0 is taken to right field, and moving over towards the line is Kajimoto. He will make the basket catch and get it back in quickly. Lyons retreats to first. So Puckett 0 for 3 and has yet to get aboard.
Long on the third base, number 25, Brendan Harris, number 25.
So the two-out hitter is Brendan Harris. He's reached on an error and flied out to left. So again, that Rod Henderson no-hitter back in 2001, the second year of Ducks baseball. Of course, a lot of folks remember the Ray Navarrete 3-homer game here in the summer of 2008 against the Newark Bears. That was an unbelievable Sunday afternoon game. The only Duck ever to hit 3 homers in a game was the greatest Duck of them all, Ray Navarrete. That's how he'll go down in franchise history until somebody better comes along. There's no doubt about that, as Brendan Harris takes ball 1. John Rodriguez, amazing night in Lancaster back in 2011, where the Ducks again scored 25 runs. I called that one. It was a marathon. And Rodriguez in the 9th inning touched home plate for the 6th time. Only Duck ever to score 6 runs in the game. So there you have it. 5 individual accomplishments done once and only once in the 15-year history of the Flock. Count 2-0 now on Brendan Harris. Well, that was the night John Rodriguez and Lou Ford both had grand slams. Rodriguez tied Ray's RBI record with 8 in that game. As here's a strike on Harris and the count 2-1. So again, I could have put 8 RBIs in that list because Ray Navarrete was the only one to do that up until 2011 when John Rodriguez had the 2 homers, 6 runs scored, and 8 RBIs in the same game. So again, he tied Ray's RBI mark with 8, but did not hit a 3rd homer in that game. Lou Ford had 2 homers. John Rodriguez had 2 homers. Both had grand slams. Just like a week ago tonight when Ford and Randy Ruiz both had grand slams in Lancaster, PA once again. Something about Pennsylvania Dutch country baseball, I guess. Strike on Harris and the count 2-2. 2 away with Dan Lyons leading off first. Ducks down 2 here in the 4th. Chris Schwinden's 2-2 pitch will be delayed. He fires over to first, and Lyons back on his feet. Dan has 2 steals this year. He's not been caught. Lou Ford licking his chops in the on-deck circle, 2 for 2 tonight, hoping to get a chance to hit here in the 4th. Pitch to Harris. Grounded to short. Frawley will underhand the short way to Batista at second. They force Lyons there, and the side retired. No runs, a hit, a man left. The Ducks have stranded 8 men on base through the first 4 innings, and they trail it 2-0 tonight at Bethpage Ballpark.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Ducks trail at 2-0 as we go to inning number 5. And fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. All proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Alrighty, Bobby Blevins out for his 5th inning of work. He will go 9, 1, and 2 in the order, and he starts with a pitcher, Chris Schwinden, who is batting tonight again if you're joining us late, because the Barnstormers have only one healthy position player available, and that's backup catcher James Skelton. So Butch Hobson has decided to let Schwinden, a former New York Met, swing here. And again, as a Met, he had 2 hits in 10 at-bats for a 200 lifetime Major League average, as Schwinden takes strike 1 from his counterpart, Bobby Blevins. And now the fastball runs high, 1 ball and 1 strike. That storm system we told you about is still moving towards us, but it has broken up quite a bit. It's kind of been split in half, with a lot of that rain going north, some of it going south. It has reached Suffolk County, though. It's through West Babylon now, which is, maybe 5, 6, 7 miles to our west. Schwinden slaps it foul behind home plate. So the hope is, again, it continues to break up as on radar. It used to be pretty much a solid line across the entire island, but now it's broken up with some severe stuff headed over Long Island Sound north of us toward Connecticut, as Schwinden grounds it to short, a little worm burner for Danny Lyons, who throws across to get him. 6-3 goes the first out. And then again, some red radar in the West Babylon area, severe storms, but that's breaking up too, so maybe we could avoid this whole mess.
Right fielder number 1, Yusuke Kajimoto, number 1.
Might be able to avoid this entire mess and not be disturbed at all tonight during our game. Back to the top of the order for Yusuke Kajimoto. He has flied to left and reached on an infield single off the glove of the pitcher Bobby Blevins. Here he had an idea to bunt, drew it back, and took the pitch for a strike. So maybe we're going to luck out in this weather situation and have that storm break up, let half of it go north of us, half of it go south, and right across the middle, keep it nice and clear. 0-1. Slap foul down the left field line by Kajimoto, who falls behind 0-2. Kajimoto's done a nice job scoring runs this year, 27 of those on the year, up to 5th best in the Atlantic League. And again, 1 for 2 tonight, coming in just 1 for 17 in his last 4 games. Change up away here by Blevins, missed for ball 1. Ducks out hitting Lancaster 7-6, but they trail it 2-0 here in the visitors' 5th. Blevins 1-2. Another slap foul. Boy, is Kajimoto just good at wasting away pitch after pitch after pitch, Ichiro Suzuki style, his fellow native of Japan, and just keeping that at-bat alive. Surprised the Ducks aren't playing him a little more to go the other way. They're playing him shallow in the outfield, but pretty much straight away. Takes it foul over the third base dugout, occupied by the Barnstormers again. So Blevins is not giving in, is that he continuing to throw strikes, and Kajimoto almost at will saying, no, those aren't where I want them at all. I'll just slap them away, slap them away, slap them away until I get what I want. Nope, another one. Slap foul out of play down the left field line. And the battle wages on. Kajimoto, the one-out hitter with nobody aboard for the Stormers. Another 1-2. Another foul ball to the left side. Boy, he is a human souvenir machine right now, is Yusuke Kajimoto. It has to be 5 or 6 consecutive pitches fouled away to the left side by the switch-hitting right fielder, in from the left now against the right-hander Blevins. Bobby not giving an inch either, though. That'll be another 1-2. Foul ball this time on the ground down the left field line. Unbelievable display by Yusuke Kajimoto of bat control here. Blevins' pitch count unofficially at 84 here in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Finally, Bobby Blevins wins the long battle against Kajimoto and picks up his 4th strikeout of the game.
Barnstormers center fielder number 21, Jerry Owens. Number 21.
So first time all game that Blevins has retired the first 2 hitters in an inning. And needless to say, that means he hasn't had a 1-2-3 yet. If he can get Jerry Owens, he will have accomplished that. And Owens 0 for 2 tonight has seen his average dip now to 50. 0-5-0. He is 1 for 20 in his 6 games as a Barnstormer. So Jerry Owens, desperate to get something going here. Showed bunt, drew it back, and took the pitch for a strike. He's reached on an error and grounded into a double play. Can Blevins get that elusive 1-2-3? Up and away misses to even the count. This one grounded to second for Cody Puckett. Sidearms it across, and finally, for the first time tonight, Bobby Blevins retires the side in order. We're halfway home tonight, middle of the 5th inning at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is the Lancaster Barnstormers 2 and the Long Island Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
All 2,000 of us at PSEG Long Island care deeply about our communities. Our company has a long-standing commitment to giving back. And our people, along with our energy efficiency and renewable energy programs, are helping to improve the businesses and towns we all call home. Learn more about how we're working together to better serve our communities. Visit us at psegliny.com/community.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as a color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, display your group's artwork, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Life is better here.
Well, we had the bottom of inning number 5. Long Island Ducks trail at 2-0, and right-hander Chris Schwinden to deal with the heart of the order. Lou Ford, Joe Ashbrodeen, and Randy Ruiz. So Lou Ford, perfect 2 for 2 tonight. Good to see Lou get back on track. As again, he's been in what amounts to a slump for him. He has struggled so rarely this entire season, but Lou came in just 2 for 17 in his last 4 games. So he's matched that hit total tonight already. Of course, he had that 25-game on-base streak come to an end Saturday against the Somerset Patriots. Also went back-to-back games without a hit this weekend for just the second time all year. And here he fouls the first pitch straight back from Chris Schwinden into the netting. And the count 0-2 on Lou Ford. Schwinden's 0-1. And that fisted the other way into right field. Lou Ford is 3 for 3 with 3 singles, and he hears the chant of Lou here at Bethpage Ballpark. Single to left, single to right, single in the infield. Lou will take it. Brings the tying run at the plate in Joe Ashbrodeen.
Number 22, Joe Ashbrodeen, number 22. designated hitter, number 50, Randy Ruiz, number 50.
Apologize for the technical delay. Joash Brodin reaches on the sack and the E3 on the first baseman Kelgard, and here's Randy Ruiz. Runners at the corners and nobody out, and he lines it into the glove of the leaping second baseman Wilson Batista for out number 1.
Right fielder, number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
So boy, got to be frustrating right now for Kevin Baez. Ducks just can't push a run across here. You just get the feeling if they can just get that first one, the floodgates will open. Twice in the game, they've had first and second, nobody out, couldn't score. Here, first and third, nobody out, and now one away on the line out, and Adam Bailey try to deliver Lou Ford from third base. Schwinden checks Lou, comes home, and misses low and away with ball 1. 2-0 Barnstormers in the last of the 5th. Bailey has single to left and reached on a base on balls, the only walk issued tonight by Lancaster's right-hander. 1-0 is on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. Catcher Juan Apodaca out to issue the signs defensively. And back in steps Bailey. Runners at the corners and one away. Bailey again represents the go-ahead run at the plate. 1-1. Brodin takes off, and it's slapped foul down the left field line. So the Ducks were maybe a little hit and run. If not, straight steal, just to see if the Barnstormers would throw down to second with the threat of Lou Ford charging home from third if they did. One and two now on Adam Bailey. Schwinden's throw over to first has Brodin back on his feet. Joash, 3 steals this year in 5 attempts. Quackerjack trying to get him going in a frenzy on the third base side with his garbage can tops. One that says let's, one that says go, and a youngster holds the one that says Ducks. 1-2 pitch. Bailey drills it foul down the right field line. He was out in front of it. And the count holds, and Adam just shaking his head there, as I think his eyes probably lit up, getting a nice fat pitch to hit and just got a little over anxious. Count remains 1-2 strikes on the right fielder. Schwinden's throw over to first, this time a little closer play as Brodin has to dive back in under the tag of Kelgard. Another 1-2 offering coming. Brodeen goes. They pitch out. The throw down is in time as the tag applied by Casey Frawley. So the Barnstormers guessed right, and on a pitch out, Brodeen caught stealing for the third time this season. Lou Ford stayed at third. He never went anywhere. So the Barnstormers, who've had a couple of men taken off the base paths on caught stealings, now perfectly execute that pitch out and a good strong throw by Juan Apodaca to his shortstop Casey Frawley. Takes Brodeen off the base paths. And now the 2-2 to Bailey. Swing and a miss down in the dirt. They will have to tag him to end the inning, but once again the Ducks have 2 men aboard with nobody out, this time first and third, and can't get a run home. 5 in the books in CI. Stormers 2, Flock nothing.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I can live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Well, we head to inning number 6 with the Ducks trailing the Barnstormers by the score of 2-0. And Duck fans, we invite you to follow along all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Now, if the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. No home runs tonight for the Long Island Ducks. They have 27 on the season as they play game number 36. So in a 140-game season, they are on pace to get to that century mark in home runs. And in fact, a week ago tonight in Lancaster, in a 19-3 victory over the Barnstormers. Actually, it was a week ago tomorrow night, my era. That's Wednesday night's game was the 19-3 win. They hit 5 home runs in the game. So only homer tonight is off the bat of Casey Frawley for the Barnstormers. And Lancaster, by a country mile, has out-homered the entire Atlantic League. They have 48 home runs. Here is Cole Garner grounding it to short. Dan Lyons knocked it down but had no play. And Cole Garner is a perfect 3 for 3 in the game. So he leads off the visitors' 6th with an infield single to add to his single to center in the 3rd and double down the left field line in the 1st. So again, Lancaster 48 home runs this year. Ducks are tied for 2nd with 27. So the Barnstormers now with 21 more homers than every other team in the Atlantic League, at least. Here's Brock Kelgard, and now a throw over to first to bring Garner back. Told you about Garner earlier. Not only can he hit, which he's probably the hottest hitter in the league right now, one of them, but he can run. 8 stolen bases in 8 tries, and he will be right at the cutout as Blevins will keep him tight. Does not go, and Kelgard takes down and away for ball 1. Brock has flied to center and struck out swinging. So again, Garner last night, only multi-hit game on a night where the Barnstormers had only 4 hits. He had 2 of them. Tonight he has 3 of their 7 hits. Unbelievable. And now Bobby Blevins will bring it over to first to keep him tight. Blevins a long stare in. Kelgard with the bat high over his right shoulder. Garner does not go, and this swung through, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cole Garner made it up to the big leagues for 4 games with the Colorado Rockies back in 2011. 1-1 is well hit down the left field line, but he was out in front of it. And it's a foul ball onto the Smokin' Owls party deck out there. Top of the 6th, Barnstormers lead the Ducks 2-0. Story tonight for the Ducks is just missed opportunities. They've left 9 men on base through the first 5 innings. And 3 times in this game have had 2 runners on with nobody out to begin an inning and have been unable to get anybody home. 1-2 pitch to Kelgard coming from Blevins. Garner sticks, and that's up and in, 2-2. We just don't know where this hitting's coming from for Cole Garner. If you look at some of his recent seasons, all of last year batted under 200. Split between Southern Maryland in the Atlantic League and Nashville in the PCL. Foul back to the netting. I mean, it's unbelievable. Guy hit a $147 for Southern Maryland last year. He's now hitting .328 coming in. Added 3-for-3 game to that for Lancaster. Hit .192 at AAA Nashville. .258 the year before at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He has found his stroke. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He pulled a string on him. Bobby Blevins has his 5th strikeout. And out number 1 here in the top of the 6th.
Section 203. Second baseman number 30, Wilson Batista, number 30.
Well, the skies are still very dark over left field in particular, but my last check of the radar, that heavy rain looked like it might be scooting south of us. It was definitely in the area now, but it appeared to be a bit south as Batista grounds it to third. Harris looked at second, had no play there, fired to first in time to get him. Strong throw by Brendan Harris and a smart play as he had no chance to get Cole Garner at second base. So 5-3 goes the putout. Garner, a 2-out runner at second, and Amos Ramon will be the hitter. He has reached on a fielder's choice, struck out looking, and scored on the 2-run homer by Casey Frawley, his 2nd of the year back in the 2nd, the only runs in tonight's ball game. Blevins at 96 pitches here in the 6th. Curveball missed for ball 1. Bobby Blevins in his 3rd attempt to beat the Barnstormers, 0-1 with no decision prior, and he misses away here to Ramon for ball 2. Last night, unbelievable performance by John Brownell. His first complete game of the year, 120 pitches, 79 for strikes. So he was essentially a 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio all night. Skied here in a shallow left center. The shortstop Dan Lyons out calling everybody off and giving it a 2-handed squeeze to end the frame. For Lancaster, no runs, a hit, and a man left. Middle of the 6th, Barnstormers continue to lead the Ducks 2-0 tonight on the island.
Hey, this is pitcher Eric Neeson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Bring your birthday to the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available for the 2014 season. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, Duck fans, 2 more games to go in the homestand tomorrow and Thursday, both 6:35 starts against the Barnstormers. Get your tickets at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, online at liducks.com, over the phone 631-940-TIXX, or on your smartphone via the Ducks mobile app. Last of the 6 begins with Long Island trailing at 2-0. Righty Chris Schwinden to catcher Keith Castillo, and he takes the first pitch foul over the screen behind home plate for strike 1. Castillo has singled through the right side and bounced into a force play. He's 1 for 2. Castillo now with hits in 4 of his last 5, 7 of his last 9 games. Schwinden low, and the count 1-1. Told you Blevins is approaching 100 pitches. Schwinden at 85 now here in his half of the 6th. And he gets a strike on Castillo. It's 1-2. Very unusual to have these two teams play a low-scoring game so far. 1-2 is grounded foul. Third base where Buddy Harrelson, a little bit of a bobble there. And then he's able to flip it into the seats, the longtime shortstop for the New York Mets. Castillo get another 1-2. That fisted into left field. It's going to dunk in front of Cole Garner. So another good start for the Ducks here in the bottom of the 6th, trying desperately to get runs across.
Long Island left fielder, number 15, John Myers, number 15.
Ducks with 9 hits tonight, all singles. Castillo at first, nobody out. Here's John Myers, has grounded into a double play and flied to center. He's 0 for 2. Slider swung through for strike 1. These teams have scored 118 runs combined in the first 10 games between them. So they're averaging just under 12 runs per game. And the winner of the last 5 games between these two teams has scored at least 8 runs in the victory every time. Another strike, and it's quickly 0-2 on Myers. In fact, last week in the 3-game series in Lancaster, team scored 45 runs in 3 games. So they averaged 15 runs a game, and the winning team had double-digit runs in all 3 games. 0-2, curveball. He waited on it and popped it up foul down the right side out of play. Of course, the Ducks a week ago tomorrow put up a season-high 19 runs in a 19-3 win, but Lancaster took 2 of 3, winning their games 11-3 and 10-9. 10-9 was the rubber game. 0-2, fisted in the left field. For the 3rd time tonight, the Ducks have had first and second and nobody out. They've also had a first and third nobody out. So for the 4th time in the game, the Ducks have 2 runners on with nobody out to begin an inning. And here comes Butch Hobson to take the temperature of his right-hander. Well, he's going to talk about it on the hill, and you've got to think Dan Lyons, the best bunter on the team, is going to be bunting here. Kevin Baez had a chance to do it with John Myers back in the 2nd. First and second, nobody out. Didn't, and Myers hit into a double play that effectively took the Ducks out of the inning. So Hobson talking to the infield. Of course, Dan Lyons, the bunt heard round Long Island that beat the Barnstormers for the championship. in the bottom of the ninth inning of the deciding game back in 2012. And you know Butch Hobson knows all about Dan Lyons' bunting ability. So to me, it's not a question even of if here. Dan Lyons is bunting. It's just can he get it down successfully and finally give the Ducks 2 cracks at a base hit to tie this game. So Castillo and Myers, the 7 and 8 hitters, back-to-back singles the left. And here's Lyons, 2 for 2 in the game, but certainly trying to give himself up here and move 2 along, I think. Shows bunt and fouls it back behind the plate for strike 1.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
I'm talking about Buddy Harrelson. I know he has worked so hard with these Ducks on their bunting skills. Buddy, a great bunter in the big leagues, and Dan Lyons, a shortstop, a protege of Buddy. One of the good reasons, big reasons he's such a good bunter. He'll try again here at 0-1. And he drew it back, took the pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barnstormers are keeping Amos Ramon at third. Their shortstop, Casey Frawley, covering second. Their second baseman, Wilson Batista, covering first. And the first baseman, Brock Kelgard, was charging toward home. 1-1, he squares, bunts it toward third. Fielded by the pitcher, Schwinden, throws to third. Oh, they say he got him. They say they got the lead man on a very close play. And Kevin Baez wants to talk to Fred DeJesus, the umpire there. Very brief. And I think Butch Hobson has seen enough. He is going to take the ball from Chris Schwinden and make our first pitching change of the game here in the bottom of the 6th with his team leading 2-0. But Schwinden took a chance and got the lead runner, Keith Castillo, the catcher. Again, not the fastest of Ducks. He knew he had the catcher at second base. Schwinden exits, first reliever in for the Barnstormers. 2-0 Lancaster, bottom of the 6th. Ducks, though, with 2 men on and only 1 away. And back at the top of the order for Cody Puckett when we return.
Hi, this is pitcher Jared Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Hey fans, this is right-hand pitcher Fernando Hernandez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Now, the new pitcher for the Barnstormers is Pete Andrelzik, the right-hander. Comes in to replace Chris Schwinden here in the 6th. And he stands 6'1", 196 pounds. Guy was born in Lancaster, PA, now calls Myrtle Beach, South Carolina his home, and has reached as high as AAA in his affiliated career. So big spot for Andrelzik, with the Ducks having John Myers at second, Dan Lyons at first, 1 away for Cody Puckett, still trying to extend that 25-game on-base streak, tied for the longest in the league this year. He's 0 for 3 tonight with a ground out and a pair of flyouts. Andrelzik a check of second, and the pitch is a check swing. They say he went around, and it's 0-1 now on Puckett. So Chris Schwinden exits at 5 1/3. He allowed 10 hits, all of them singles. Had a walk, a strikeout, still responsible for both men aboard. 0-1 to Puckett will be delayed as Andrelzik will spin off. Pete, a 29-year-old right-hander who makes his first appearance of this series. 0-1. Way low and outside. What a job by Apodaca, the catcher, sliding to his right to prevent an advance by either base runner. Got to be very special for a guy born in Lancaster, PA, to now play for his hometown team, the Barnstormers. Big moment here for Puckett, who came in so hot with 10 hits in his last 4 games, including 3 3-hit games in that run. 1-1 will be delayed as Andrelzik will spin off. Andrelzik, 18 relief appearances this year, 0-3 with a 2.55 ERA. 24 2/3 innings tossed, 15 hits allowed, 13 walks, 22 strikeouts. Control a bit of an issue. Here he misses down and away, and it's 2-1. Opposition, though, batting only 176 against Andrelzik. The righty comes set. Checks second, 2-1. Low and outside for ball 3. Brendan Harris waits on deck. Ducks trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. They have had all kinds of chances all night long. 4 times in the game. 2 men aboard to open an inning with nobody out and haven't gotten a single one of them home. 9 men left on base through the first 5 innings. 3-1. Called strike and the count full. So does Kevin Baez take a chance here? I don't think he'll send his runners, but maybe you try to put him in motion and hope that Puckett could come through with a big hit. Maybe get 2 men home if he can find the gap. Cody's been so hot. And batting leadoff tonight for Feilant Lentini, who had a little bit of a quad cramp last night. Should be good to go tomorrow. Kevin even said he could come in tonight if he needed him in a pinch hitting role. He was running today. He was taking batting practice, doing all the normal things, was the former Barnstormer. Puckett steps out, and now Cody back in. Andrelzik feet apart, now together as he comes set away from the letters. The runners do not go, and that just missed outside. Boy, not by much, but on a walk by Andrelzik. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Crackerjack Foundation wins. The bases are loaded for Brendan Harris. Puckett to first. Lyons to second, Myers to third, Harris to the plate. Brendan tonight, 0 for 3. He's flied to left, reached on an error, and hit into a force play. 1 away for the 2-man and third baseman. Base hit now could tie the game. First pitch, low and away for ball 1. Long stare in by Andrelzik to his catcher Apodaca, and now set. 1-0. Grounded through the left side and into left field. John Myers will score. They're going to send Dan Lyons. Here come the throw. He will score. A 2-run single for Brendan Harris, and he has tied this game at 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Finally, the Ducks get the big hit they've been looking for all night long. Brendan Harris comes up with it. RBIs 4 and 5 on the season. So just 3 runs batted in all year. He comes up with 2 here and sets up Lou Ford to try to give Long Island their first lead. On their 11th single of the night, the Ducks have tied the game. Cody Puckett stopped at second. Lou Ford is at the plate. Brendan Harris at first. Ford, strike 1. Lou, perfect 3 for 3 tonight. 2-2 our score in the home 6th. 0-1. Ripped into center field for a base hit. Cody Puckett turns third. He will score. It's an RBI single for Lou Ford, and Long Island has their first lead of the night. It is 3-2 Ducks. Lou Ford is 4 for 4. Unbelievable. It took them 6 innings to finally come through, but when they did, they put up a 3 spot. The Ducks in the inning have 4 base hits now. In the game, 12 hits, every one of them a single. But finally, after being unable to nickel and dime the Barnstormers pitchers for any runs at all tonight, they get through for 3 at least here in the 6th as Rich Rundles, the pitching coach, with a quick conversation for Andrelzik. And here's Joe Ashbrodeen, the cleanup man. What a game for Lou Ford. 4 for 4 now. And a run batted in, a big one that puts Long Island on top for the first time tonight. Can Joe Ashbrodeen get his second hit? He's 1 for 3. Foul tips it down in the dirt. 0-1. Well, all the frustration coming out here finally in the home 6th. Andrelzik ready. His 0-1. Check swing he couldn't hold up in tight and went around. And then he's tagged by Apodaca. I'm not sure if Apodaca thought it was strike 3. But it's 0-2. And by the way, that walk to Cody Puckett, the first batter faced by Andrelzik, did extend his on-base streak to 26 games, the longest streak in the league now for Cody. 0-2 here is tapped toward the pitcher, but it's off his foot in a foul ball. So again, in the momentum and excitement of the Ducks rally, Cody Puckett, who walked and scored, now does have the longest on-base streak this year in the Atlantic League. Only played a reach base in 26 straight games. So Andrelzik has come in and hasn't retired a man yet. Walked Puckett to load the bases. Brendan Harris, a 2-run single. Lou Ford, an RBI single. Now ahead of Joe Ashbrodeen, though. 0-2. And he hit him, I believe, on the hand. But 4 straight batters have reached on Andrelzik. And I don't know if Butch Hobson is going to try to argue that it hit the bat. And he wants the umpires to get together on it, but it looked like he got the hand of Joe Ashbrodeen. And once again, the bases are loaded.
Designated hitter number 50, Randy Ruiz, number 50.
So Brendan Harris to third, Lou Ford to second, Joe Ashbrodeen takes first. And here is Randy Ruiz. A week ago tomorrow night in Lancaster, he had a grand slam against these Barnstormers. 0 for 3 tonight. Puts it on the ground through the left side and in the left field. Brendan Harris will score. They're going to send Lou Ford. Here's the throw from Cole Garner. He scores as well. A 2-run single for Randy Ruiz. And the Ducks have blown it open. They have 5 runs here in the 6th, and they lead it 5-2. And that is going to be it for Pete Andrelzik, who did not retire a single batter that he faced. He faced 5 Ducks, he walked 1, he hit 1, and he gave up 3 run-scoring hits. He'll depart here in the 6th. The Ducks have blown it open. They have a 5-2 lead, still just 1 away, and 2 men aboard when the 9th man to hit in the inning, Adam Bailey, comes to home plate with a new hurler for Lancaster.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
It's your money, and you have the power to save it. Make a few simple changes, and you can use less electricity and save real money. By installing Energy Star light bulbs and products for your home, you can save hundreds of dollars each year. At PSEG Long Island, we're working hard to serve you in the way you deserve. Check out our energy-saving tips and tools at psegLINY.com/save money.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire 15th anniversary season through live chats with Ducks players and exclusive video clips. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Life is better here.
Hey fans, this is right-hand pitcher Fernando Hernandez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, the Ducks have put up 5 runs here in inning number 6. In the game, they have 13 hits, every one of them a single. You want to talk about nickel and diming a team to death. Finally, they're able to get some runs across, though, after being blanked through the first 5 innings. And the third pitcher of the inning is the left-hander Ross Peoples, the 34-year-old from Albany, Georgia, originally, now calls Lancaster, PA, his home. And he's an interesting story in that he goes all the way back to year 1 of Barnstormer baseball. This is their 10th anniversary season. He's been with them all 10 years. From 2005 right through 2014. Here's Adam Bailey as the Ducks have batted around here in the home 6th. And lefty-lefty, he takes up and in for ball 1. Bailey tonight is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. So Pete Andrelzik departs without ever retiring a Long Island Duck. Not what they were looking for. The 1-0 is foul back to the netting behind home. A ball and a strike now to Adam Bailey. Big hits. Brendan Harris, a 2-run single. Lou Ford, an RBI single. And Randy Ruiz, a 2-run single. It adds up to 5 runs and a 5-2 lead. 5 runs on 5 hits. Throw in a walk and a hit batter that have helped as well. 1-1. Just outside to Bailey for ball 2. So, boy, not too many times, especially in a league like the Atlantic League, do you find a pitcher who's been around for 10 years, what Ross Peoples has, and again, he can tell you what first year of Atlantic League baseball was like for the Barnstormers, also a member of their only championship team back in 2006. They won it all in just their 2nd year in the league, but they haven't won it since. 2-1 ripped into center field by Bailey. Joe Ashbrodeen will turn third. They're going to send him home. The throw is cut off. It's an RBI single for Adam Bailey. The Ducks have 6 in the inning and a 6-2 lead. 14 singles in the game for Long Island.
Long Island Ducks catcher number 27, Keith Castillo, number 27.
So Randy Ruiz stopped at second. Adam Bailey at first. And the guy who started this inning off with a single to left way back when bats again for the second time in the frame. Here's Keith Castillo, and he fouls it away. 0-1. This has been one incredibly long inning, but incredibly fruitful for Long Island. 6 in the 6th for the Ducks here tonight. Castillo takes a strike, and it's 0-2. So Ruiz at second, Bailey with his first run batted into the night at first. Still only one away, and Castillo at the plate once again. 6 runs on 6 singles now in the frame. Taken to first base, Kelgard juggles it, will take it to the bag himself, and finally the Barnstormers record an out for the first time in 7 straight batters. But on the play, Ruiz goes to third, Bailey to second, and with 5 righties due in a row, I believe that's going to be it for the lefty Ross Peoples here. Butch Hobson asked for the baseball. The 4th pitcher in the inning, that's right, in the inning, is in next for the Barnstormers. Ducks have a 6-2 lead in the last of the 6th.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
It's your money, and you have the power to save it. Make a few simple changes, and you can use less electricity and save real money. By installing Energy Star light bulbs and products for your home, you can save hundreds of dollars each year. At PSEG Long Island, we're working hard to serve you in the way you deserve. Check out our energy-saving tips and tools at psegLINY.com/save money.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire 15th anniversary season through live chats with Ducks players and exclusive video clips. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Life is better here.
Hey fans, this is right-hand pitcher Fernando Hernandez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, and
well, the 4th pitcher of the inning is the submarining right-hander Brody Downs for the Barnstormers. The 11th man to hit for Long Island in the frame is John Myers. 2nd and 3rd with 2 away from Myers, who earlier in the inning singled and scored. The Ducks have 6 runs in on 6 hits, and Downs drops in strike 1. Brody Downs, 34-year-old right-hander from Modesto, California, 6'4", 235-pounder. And he wants to talk to catcher Juan Apodaca. So the inning started with the starter, Chris Schwinden in. Pete Andrelzik saw 5 Ducks, didn't retire any of them. In came Ross Peoples to face 2 Ducks. And now Brody Downs going against John Myers, who's 1 for 3 in the game with a single and a run scored earlier this inning. Base hit could add 2 more, making an 8-run frame. 0-1 misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. But again, all the frustration of the first 5 innings, it felt like the Ducks have popped the balloon here in the 6th to finally get all the big hits they didn't get all night long prior. Sometimes you never get those hits and you end the night extremely frustrated. Well, tonight they've taken it out here in the 6th. Foul ball, first base side, Nubber off the end of the bat for strike 2. How many times also do you have 14 hits in a game without an extra base hit? That's where the Ducks are right now. Downs 1-2 is low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the beneficiary of all this is Bobby Blevins, who was at about 100 pitches when he left, trailing 2-0, or when he went to the dugout, I should say. And now the question for Kevin Baez, do you run him back out now that he's got a 4-run lead, and the Ducks have given him at least 6 here, and John Myers trying to add to the hit parade and the run total. 2-2. Swing and a foul tip, I think they're going to say. Yes, just got a piece of it. Randy Ruiz was confused at third, didn't know whether to try to run home in case it was a swing and a miss, but John Myers never made a move toward first base, so he knew he got a piece of that ball, and he keeps himself and the inning alive. Two-two. Popped up left side. Shortstop Casey Frowley over near the line will make the catch, and finally the inning comes to an end, but not before the Ducks send 11 men to the plate. They score 6 runs on 6 hits. There was a walk, a hit batter, and they leave 2. 6 innings complete. It is now the Long Island Ducks 6 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 2.
Hi, this is pitcher Jared Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
6 innings in the books. The Long Island Ducks now with a 6-2 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers. For Long Island, 6 runs, 14 hits, all singles, and 1 error. For the Barnstormers, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. And indeed, right-hander Bobby Blevins will take the hill for inning number 7. Well, each and every night gets a little chilly here at the ballpark. And don't forget, fans, you can warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee, available right now at our concession stands, regular and decaf. Hampton Coffee is a preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. And not only was it a big inning offensively for Long Island, scoring 6 runs to turn a 2-run deficit into a 4-run lead, but while the Barnstormers were throwing 4 pitchers on the mound in the same inning, looks like that storm system broke up and went south of us. I don't think we're completely 100% out of the water, but that nasty red and orange and yellow on a radar, which means heavy storm, looks like it just scooted south of us and out under the east end of Long Island. Here's Casey Frowley taking strike 1 and now swinging through another for strike 2. So Bobby Blevins, last time he was on the mound, trailed 2-0, and sure had to have some frustration over the fact the Ducks did everything for him except score. Well, they blew it open with 11 batters coming to the plate in the 6th, and now they lead by 4. 0-2 to Frowley. Here's a check swing. They appeal to first. Warren Nicholson says he went around, and on 3 pitches, Bobby Blevins has his 6th strikeout of the night. So he's only 3 back now of John Brownell for the league lead in strikeouts. That was his 40th of the season.
Barnstormers catcher number 27, Juan Apodaca, number 27.
So Casey Frowley, who's provided both runs tonight for the Barnstormers with a 2-run homer to left center back in the 2nd, is retired via the strikeout. And here is Juan Apodaca. Blevins misses up high. And that is ball one. Bobby Indeed over the century mark now, unofficially 103 pitches into this outing. And John Brownell tossed 120 last night. 120 pitches, 79 strikes. Another strike from Blevins, so 4 of his 5 pitches this inning have been strikes. And a group of youngsters from St. Mary's School in East Islip, just south of us here, getting ready to do our God Bless America in the 7th inning stretch, and we will carry that for you in just 2 outs. Fouled up high on the first base side off the bat of Apodaca, who has twice grounded out in the game. Once to second, once to Blevins at the pitcher's spot. Stands in. What an inning for the Ducks. Again, 5 innings of frustration. All came out in one incredibly long but incredibly productive home 6th. 1-2. Got him! A called third strike on the outside corner. Make it back-to-back strikeouts, 7 on the night for Blevins, 2 away. Bobby has retired 9 of the last 10 batters, and 5 in a row. So here's the 9-man, and in that spot, it is the pitcher, Brody Downs, getting his first chance to hit, and he grounds out to Cody Puckett at second. A 1-2-3 for Bobby Blevins. Time to stretch, middle of the 7th inning. Ducks lead it 6-2, and now here's PA announcer Bob Otone.
The Long Island Ducks on this Tuesday evening are very proud to present the St. Mary's School from East Islip, who will lead us in the singing of God Bless America.
Great job by the youngsters from St. Mary's School right here in East Islip, just south of the ballpark. Ducks lead it 6-2 at the 7th inning stretch tonight at the old Duck Pond.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lentini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
It's your money, and you have the power to save it. Make a few simple changes, and you can use less electricity and save real money. By installing Energy Star light bulbs and products for your home, you can save hundreds of dollars each year. At PSEG Long Island, we're working hard to serve you in the way you deserve. Check out our energy-saving tips and tools at psegLINY.com/save money.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, Duck fans, don't forget 2 more games to go in the homestand tomorrow at 6:35 and Thursday at 6:35 when the first 1,500 fans will get those reusable shopping bags. Get your tickets over the phone, 631-940-TIXX, in person at the Bethpage Ballpark box office or online at liducks.com, or do it the newest way via your smartphone and the Ducks mobile app. Yes, you can now purchase Ducks tickets on your Ducks mobile app. Well, Brody Downs, who was the 4th pitcher used by Butch Hobson in inning number 6, also had a chance to bat there and grounded out to second to end the inning. He is in to start the 7th. Chris Schwinden, the starter, went 5 1/3 tonight for the Barnstormers, allowed 10 hits, 2 runs both earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. He threw 95 pitches, 64 for strikes. Then in came Pete Andrelzik. Did not retire a single batter. He faced 5, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 1 walk, no strikeouts, hit a batter, threw 15 pitches, 9 strikes, and would stand to be the loser if it holds up. And Andrelzik was 0-3 on the season prior to that appearance. So Brody Downs stays in, and he starts with Dan Lyons in the 9 spot. And the submarining righty misses low. And the count 1-0. Lyons a nice night. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run scored in the big 6-run 6th. Downs gets another strike and quickly 1-1 here to Lyons. Ducks trying to go back to 4 games over 500 with a win tonight, which would tie their season high. They've been there 4 other times this season, but have never gone 5 games over 500. If they win tonight and win tomorrow, that'd be a new high water mark. Lions almost hitting the shins here by Brody Downs, and the count now 3-1. And now the count full.
That's another municipal credit union walk with a purpose. Remember now, every time a Long Island Ducks batter walks here at home, the Crockett Jack Foundation wins. Back to the top of the order for your Long Island Ducks with the second baseman, number 2, Cody Puckett, number 2. One on the third base for number 25, Brendan Harris, number 25.
So here's Brendan Harris. Second and third, nobody out. And the infield in all the way around for the Barnstormers. And he takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Harris, the big 2-run single through the left side that opened the scoring for Long Island last inning, and finally got them on the board. Oh-1. Fisted towards short. Frawley will look both runners back and throw to first for the first out. So the drawn-in infield works to perfection.
Long Island center fielder, number 20, Lou Ford, number 20.
So here's Lou Ford. Ducks have Dan Lyons at third, Cody Puckett at second, 1 away, and Lou is not going to get a chance for a 5-hit game. He is 4 for 4, and the Ducks have only 1 5-hit game this year. That is by the former Barnstormer, Phelan Lantini. But they are going to play the odds here and put Lou on first base with an intentional walk. And Lou, by the way, during this game, has passed Blake Galen for the league lead in hitting. Lou Ford came in second in the league to Galen, who again has gone to Mexico to play for Tijuana. Lou started the night at 362, but with his 4-for-4 game, he's up to 380. Blake Galen left at 375.
Ducks first base with number 22, Joash Brodeen, number 22.
So they intentionally walked Lou Ford, who's been aboard all 5 times tonight. And now here's Joash Brodeen at the dish. So Lyons at third, Puckett at second, Ford at first, and Joash, the one-out hitter. Breaks his bat, gets it to third. Ramon will come home. They get the first force there. Throw to first, not in time. So the fielder's choice goes 5-2. And the Barnstormers trying to keep it within striking distance here. Get the lead runner in Dan Lyons at the plate.
Designated hitter, number 50, Randy Ruiz, number 50.
So Lyons forced out at home. Cody Puckett to third, Lou Ford to second, Joash Brodeen at first, and here's Randy Ruiz, who had a big 2-run single through the left side back in the 6-run 6th. Base is still full of Ducks. Long Island has left 11 men on base through the first 6 innings. Ruiz got a piece of it, but not enough, as it's strike one to Randy. Ducks again with 14 hits, all singles tonight, and have loaded the bases here because of a pair of walks and an error. 0-1. Goes straight through to the backstop. Charging home from third to score is Cody Puckett, and it is 7-2 Long Island. Brody Downs uncorks a wild pitch. Seven unanswered runs now for the Ducks as everybody moved up a base. Cody Puckett scores. Lou Ford to third, Joash Brodeen to second. And now no force at any base, and Randy Ruiz at a ball and a strike could perhaps make it a 9-2 game with a base hit. Pokes it to second, though, for Wilson Batista. A little slow bouncer. Flips to first, and the side retired. So the Ducks do get a run without a base hit. They leave 2. There was an error in the inning, and Long Island has its largest lead of the night. 5 runs, 7-2 Ducks after 7 tonight here in CI.
Hey fans, this is catcher Keith Castillo, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc paver, let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Life without Ducks baseball.
Emily, quit texting. James, get off the iPad. Honey, pick a channel.
Life with Ducks baseball. Bethpage Ballpark is set. Quacker Jack is ready, and the flock is prepared to defend their title. All we need is you. For game times, promos, and tickets, visit liducks.com.
It's a blast. Now that's more like it.
Long Island Ducks baseball. Life is better here.
Hey fans, this is right-hand pitcher Fernando Hernandez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, we go to inning number 8. The Long Island Ducks with a 7-2 lead, and a new pitcher for Long Island to start the inning. He's the left-hander Eric Neeson, the 28-year-old from Muskegon, Michigan, stands 6 foot tall, 185 pounds, as Bobby Blevins departs after 7 strong innings of 7-hit, 2-run ball, in line to pick up his 3rd win of the season. If Neeson and the rest of the Ducks can hold a 5-run lead with 6 outs to get. Top of the order for the Barnstormers, Yusuke Kajimoto turns around to bat right-handed for the first time tonight. And first pitch swinging, can of corn to center field for Lou Ford. Barely has to move. 1 pitch and 1 out for Eric Neeson.
Center fielder, number 21, Jerry Owens, number 21.
For Neeson, his team-leading 20th appearance of the year. All 19 prior have been in relief as well. 1-0 record, 2.60 earned run average. In 17 1/3 innings, he's allowed 10 hits. He's walked 13, struck out 31, and the opposition batting just a $159 against Eric Neeson, who won back-to-back titles with the Ducks. Jerry Owens is in. He's 0 for 3 in the game, and he takes ball 1 from the southpaw. Owens now just 1 for 21 in his first 6 games as a Barnstormer. 0.48 is his average. And here he hacks one to the netting behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. (7-2) Ducks in the 8th. Neeson's 1-1. Great curveball, but he just missed inside. Started right at the body of Owens. And then had some tremendous break on it, but just a little too tight. 2-1 is in there, 2-2.
Left fielder, number 8, Cole Garner, number 8. First baseman, number 54, Brock Kjelgaard. Number 54.
So I'll bring up Brock Kjelgaard with first and second and one away. Again, apologize for some technical difficulties, trying to work our way through them here as Neeson misses down and in. One-0 to Kjelgaard. Foul back to the screen, 1-1. Kjelgaard 0 for 3 tonight. He's flied to center and twice struck out swinging. 7-2 Ducks in the top of the 8th. Neeson's 1-1. Beautiful backdoor curve for strike 2. So Cole Garner with that single to center is 4 for 4 tonight, and Lou Ford is also 4 for 4 tonight for Long Island. He's reached base 5 times with an intentional walk. 1-2 just missed, not by much. And the count even now on Kjelgaard. Owens at second after the walk. Garner at first after his 4th single of the night. Or check that 4th hit. He's got 3 singles and a double. 2-2 pitch to Kjelgaard. Tried that backdoor curve, but it was wide and the count full. Barnstormers 8 hits tonight, 4 singles, 4 extra base hits. Ducks 14 hits, all singles. A 1-out payoff coming. And that misses high, and Neeson has loaded the bases for Wilson Batista, so the Barnstormers get the tying run in the on-deck circle. 2 walks in the inning now for Eric. And here comes Steve Foucault, the pitching coach of the Ducks, to try to settle down his southpaw. Final line on Bobby Blevins tonight. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs both earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and allowed the 1 home run to Casey Frawley. The 2-run shot to left center back in the 2nd inning. He threw 107 pitches, 73 for strikes, and he would be in line for his 3rd win of the year and his first since May 19th here against Southern Maryland, and his first of the year against the Barnstormers. Bobby came in, again, with just 1 win in his last 6 starts. Blevins, with those 7 strikeouts, goes to 41, 2 back of John Brownell, who took the lead away from him last night by striking out a season-high 9, and he has 43 on the year. Those 7 Ks for Blevins, 1 shy of his season high. So big moment here. Wilson Batista, who's got a pair of doubles in 3 trips, stands in with the bases loaded and 1 out. And after a chat with Foucault, his pitching coach, Neeson deals strike 1 to the switch-hitting second baseman, batting right for the first time tonight. 0-1 is line foul. Boy, was that hit hard down the left field line. Hopefully everybody's okay there. And we'll have to see. Security is getting down to that area very quickly as everybody has stopped to look into the seats, including Wilson Batista, who hit that ball, and Duck security and medical personnel there immediately. I think everybody's okay. It may have grazed someone, but I believe they're going to signal there that everything is fine and for the game to continue. That was a rocket off the bat of Batista, who has hit 2 hard balls tonight, double to left center, double to right. Neeson out in front of him, though, 0-2. And he misses away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eric holds the set too long for Wilson Batista, who calls time. Batista has just 1 home run this year. He's only played 5 games as a Barnstormer. Curveball fouled off the mask of Keith Castillo and then back over the netting. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Off a catcher's mask and still gets it up in the air enough over the netting and behind home plate. Wow, how about that? So Batista continues to battle down in the count 1-2. Bounces it to third, over the head of Brendan Harrison in the left. Jerry Owens will score. Cole Garner will score. A 2-run single for Wilson Batista, and that draws Lancaster within 3. It's a 7-4 game, and they'll bring the tying run to the plate. So the typical Baltimore chop, no chance for Brendan Harris.
Third baseman, number 5, Amos Ramon.
As Wilson Batista has his 3rd hit of the night, and it's a big one. And that's going to be it for Eric Neeson, as Kevin Baez is out to take the baseball from his left-hander. Another pitching change for Long Island, 7-4 the score. Barnstormers will bring the tying run to the plate in Amos Ramon with 1 out when we return.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
It's your money, and you have the power to save it. Make a few simple changes, and you can use less electricity and save real money. By installing Energy Star light bulbs and products for your home, you can save hundreds of dollars each year. At PSEG Long Island, we're working hard to serve you in the way you deserve. Check out our energy-saving tips and tools at psegLINY.com/save money.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire 15th anniversary season through live chats with Ducks players and exclusive video clips. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Life is better here.
Well, third pitcher of the night is in for Long Island, and he is the 29-year-old right-hander from Queen Creek, Arizona, 6'2", 220-pound Josh Lansford, who replaces Eric Neeson after the lefty struggled. In the 5 batters he faced, he got Yusuke Kajimoto to fly out the center on the first pitch he threw, but then walked Jerry Owens, Cole Garner, his 4th hit of the night, a single to center, walked Brock Kelgard, and then the big 2-run single, a Baltimore chop up and down the left field line by Wilson Batista to bring the Barnstormers within 3 and bring the tying run to the plate with 1 away in Amos Ramon. So Josh Lansford brought in to try to put out the fire after Eric Neeson, again, could record just the 1 out in the 5 batters faced. And Josh Lansford has been unbelievable this season in 15 relief appearances, 2-1 record, 0.56 earned run average. In 16 innings pitched, he's allowed 14 hits. He's walked 2, struck out 9, but has allowed just 1 run earned in 16 innings this year. Opposition batting .233 against Josh, who also has won back-to-back titles with the Ducks and trying to make it 3 consecutive championships. Has not surrendered a home run all season. Amos Ramon has not hit a homer all season, although, again, the tying run does come to the plate here after the Barnstormers had given up 7 unanswered runs to give up a 2-0 lead and fall behind by 5. They hang up a deuce here in the 8th and are threatening to make it a closer game. And again, the teams are approaching that average. They average almost 12 runs a game, these two teams. We're sitting at 11 right now, and here's Ramon, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Josh Lansford's first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Top of the 8th, Barnstormers with 2 on the board on 2 walks and 2 singles. The big righty over on the first base side of the rubber comes home. And this one well hit down the right field line, but slicing foul. And that's a break for the Ducks. That would have scored 1 for sure and maybe 2. So Amos Ramon, who has bounced into a force play on a bunt, struck out looking and popped to short, will come back to home plate. Oh and 2, good start for Josh against the third baseman Ramon. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Josh Lansford gets a huge second out on a 3-pitch strikeout of Amos Ramon.
Lansford puts another K on the Pregame Aviation K board in section 203. Barnstormer shortstop, number 6, Casey Frawley, number 6.
So here's Casey Frawley, 1 for 2 tonight with a walk and a 2-run homer to left center back in the second inning, just his second long ball of the year. So again, a guy who could tie it with a home run and has one tonight. Righty-righty for Josh Lansford. Strike on the outside corner. 4 pitches from Lansford, 4 strikes thus far. Ducks lead at 7-4 here in the visitors' 8th. Oh, 1. Skied, foul, first base side. The catcher Keith Castillo, the first baseman Joe Ashbrodine over, but it lands in the 5th row behind the Ducks dugout and then rattles into the walkway between the 100 and 200 levels. Five pitches, 5 strikes for Josh Lansford, and Casey Frawley sitting at 0-2. Here's the pitch. Popped up again, foul territory, first base side. Might be playable for Joe Ashbrodine on the warning track. Makes the catch. 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 outs recorded by Josh Lansford. Can you do any better? Side retired. Barnstormers get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was a pair of walks, and they leave 2. Middle of the 8th, the Ducks lead it 7-4 over Lancaster.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire 15th anniversary season through live chats with Ducks players and exclusive video clips. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Life is better here.
Well, what a great performance by Josh Lansford. 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 outs recorded on a strikeout and a foul out, and he sends it to the home 8th, with the Ducks still leading, although it has been cut from a 5-run lead to 3. 7-4 is your score. 5th pitcher of the night is in for the Barnstormers, and he is the 31-year-old southpaw, a native of Taiwan who now calls Arizona his home. 6-foot-tall, 170-pound Fu Tae Ni, who also pitched here in the opener last night. And Fu Tae Ni pitched 2 innings last night, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So Butch Hobson needing to keep it right where it is to give his team a chance. They've made it a 3-run game and have 3 outs to play with. Ducks will try to get some of those runs back here against this lefty who was so tough on them last night. In fact, Fouteyni went 6 up and 6 down with a pair of strikeouts in working the 7th and 8th innings here in a lopsided game, though. Ducks had a 9-1 lead when he was in the contest, so see how it changes if it does here tonight. Adam Bailey, the first to see him. Bailey 2 for 3 tonight with a pair of singles, a walk, and a run batted in. 7-4 Ducks, lefty-lefty, as we start this home 8th. Fouteyni's first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Nee, no record on the year in 11 relief appearances, 6.17 ERA. In 11 2/3 innings, he's allowed 16 hits. Swung through by Bailey. It's 0-2. He's walked 4, struck out 13, but the troubling number for him, the opposition hitting .340 against Fouteyni. And last night he struck out Bailey swinging, the second batter that he faced after entering the game. Strikes him out again as he waves through some off-speed stuff. On 3 pitches, Bailey down on strikes, 1 away.
Ducks catcher number 27, Keith Castillo, number 27.
So here's Keith Castillo. Nice night. He's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. And he will turn around about right-handed against the lefty Nee. Did not see Fouteyni last night, did Keith Castillo, or didn't, I guess I would say. Boy, he's doing his best Josh Lansford impersonation here, is Fouteyni. And Lansford came in through 6 pitches, all strikes, got 2 outs. So far, Fouteyni, 4 pitches, all strikes. Oh, 0-1 is his first ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Backdoor curve fouled away down the right field line. It's 1-2. Good news for the Ducks on the out-of-town scoreboard as well. York Revolution leading the Somerset Patriots 10-0 in the top of the 9th in Bridgewater, New Jersey. So if both scores hold, the Ducks would pull within 3 of the first-place Patriots in the Liberty Division. Skied to left by Castillo. Coming in under it is Cole Garner, the left fielder, and he makes the one-handed catch for the second out.
The left fielder, number 15, John Myers, number 15.
Barnstormer pitching has not had a 1-2-3 inning tonight. Here's John Myers, 1 for 4 in the game. And Fouteyni misses high and away, ball 1. 7-4 Ducks in the home 8th. In the 9th, Lancaster at 8, 9, and 1 in their order. And this will bring up an interesting situation for Butch Hobson, who has allowed his pitchers to hit in the 9 spot all night. I think that'll change in the 9th. Pop foul out of play behind the plate. Again, he's got 1 healthy player available off the bench, and that's his backup catcher, James Skelton. Greg Golson has a calf injury. Lance Zawadski, a quad problem. So I would think you say put the backup catcher in there. It's the 9th inning. You know what? If you rally to tie it, you're all set. And he just catches the bottom of the 9th. So I think we'll see Skelton, who homered here last night in the game in the 9th inning in the 9 spot. So 8-9-1 is where they sit in the order. But work to be done here to get there with a deficit at only 3. Myers down 1-2. Curveball, well hit to left. Cole Garner going back to the track, to the wall, looking up, and it's gone! His first homer as a Long Island Duck for John Myers. A solo shot to left, and that makes it 8-4 Long Island. Steps on third, gets the low 5 there from Kevin Baez, makes his way to the plate. John Myers goes yard, and the Long Island lead is 4. So there it is. On their 15th hit of the night, the Ducks have their first extra base hit of the game. A solo homer to left field for John Myers. And it's now 14 singles and a long ball. Here's Dan Lyons. That's a big run to make it a 4-run game now. Lyons smacks one into center field for a base hit. His third hit of the night, 4th time he's been aboard. And the Ducks with back-to-back 2-out knocks. Took John Myers 20 games to get his first home run as a Duck. And here comes Butch Hobson to most likely take the baseball from his left-hander and have another pitching change here in the bottom of the 8th. They're going to talk to him at least first. Ducks with nothing but righties at the top of the order. So 20 games for John Myers to put it out of the ballpark. In his 59th at-bat as a Long Island Duck, he goes yard, and now Butch Hobson has made the pitching change. Back with a new hurler for the Barnstormers, bottom of the 8th. Ducks doubling up the Stormers, 8-4.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
It's your money, and you have the power to save it. Make a few simple changes, and you can use less electricity and save real money. By installing Energy Star light bulbs and products for your home, you can save hundreds of dollars each year. At PSEG Long Island, we're working hard to serve you in the way you deserve. Check out our energy-saving tips and tools at psegLINY.com/save money.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire 15th anniversary season through live chats with Ducks players and exclusive video clips. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Life is better here.
Well, the 6th pitcher of the game for the Lancaster Barnstormers is in. He's the 33-year-old right-hander from Lakeland, Florida. 6'4", 225-pound Jason Richardson goes through his warm-ups. Richardson on the year, 15 appearances, all in relief, no record, a 5.54 ERA. In 13 innings pitched, he's allowed 15 runs. He's walked 6, struck out 16, and the opposition batting .288 against Jason Richardson. Fute Nee got off to a strong start, striking out Adam Bailey, getting Keith Castillo to fly out to left, and he had a chance to have the first 1-2-3 inning tonight, but John Myers hits his first home run as a Duck to left. Dan Lyons followed with a sharp single to center, and that was enough for Butch Hobson, with all the righties due next in the order for the Ducks, to go to his bullpen once more for Jason Richardson. So top of the order, and Cody Puckett. And Cody, the only Duck tonight who has not joined the 16-hit parade. He does have a walk and 2 runs scored, and he has extended his on-base streak to 26 games, the longest of any player this year in the Atlantic League. But you know he is itching to get a hit, especially with back-to-back 3-hit games coming in and 10 hits in his last 4 contests. So far tonight, 0 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Strike 1 to him. And now a swinging strike 2. So that walk in the 6th put him aboard for the 26th straight game, surpassing Lou Ford's mark of 25 as Lou had his run come to an end here Saturday against the Patriots. Lions the 2-out runner at first, Puckett down 0-2. Check swing on one down and away. Looked like he certainly held up. He did. And it's ball 1 on Cody. One and 2 the count on the Ducks' second baseman. Eight 4 Ducks in the 8th. Here's the pitch. And that low and away to even things up. Ducks out hitting the Barnstormers 16-9. Lancaster, for the second straight game, has committed 3 errors. And they run their league-leading error total to 48. Not the area you want to lead the league in. Another check swing. And this time he went around, says home plate umpire Manolo Alejandro. Cody Puckett is upset, but the side is retired. Ducks do get a run on 2 hits and leave 1. John Myers' first home run as a member of the Long Island Ducks makes it an 8-4 game and sends us to inning number 9.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
All 2,000 of us at PSEG Long Island care deeply about our communities. Our company has a long-standing commitment to giving back. And our people, along with our energy efficiency and renewable energy programs, are helping to improve the businesses and towns we all call home. Learn more about how we're working together to better serve our communities. Visit us at psegliny.com/community.
Well, we go to inning number 9. Ducks trying to make it back-to-back victories over the Lancaster Barnstormers, and Kevin Baez has turned to the gentleman who will be the new closer for the Long Island Ducks. It is not a save situation, thanks to the home run by John Myers, now a 4-run lead, but the 29-year-old right-hander from Shawnee, Kansas, 6'3", 225-pound John Malone is in. Again, Leo Rosales, who had 9 saves, second in the league, has departed the Ducks for the Mexican League. And there is not a single other reliever on the Ducks staff who has a save all season long. So Leo Rosales had all 9 saves, but again, it's not a save situation. But John Malone will be the guy who will be asked to close the door for Long Island, and he certainly did a good job closing for a brief time back in 2012. In fact, in 23 games, all in relief, he had 11 saves, 4-0 record, 0.99 ERA, and got himself signed away by the Yankees back in late June of 2012. So John Malone is in to go through his warm-ups. And again, he's just pitched 4 times since rejoining the Ducks. No record, 0.00 ERA. In 5 innings, he's allowed only 2 base hits. He's walked 1, struck out 3. Opposition batting just .111 against the 4th pitcher of the night for Long Island, John Malone. Ninth inning, Ducks doubling up the Stormers, 8-4. Juan Apodaca is the hitter. And on deck Again, in the pitcher's spot is what they've done with it tonight in the 9th spot. It is James Skelton, the backup catcher, who will get a chance to hit second in the inning, and then back to the top of the order for Yusuke Kajimoto. So here's Apodaca, 0 for 3 in the game. John Malone in a righty-righty. First pitch, and that foul upstairs behind home plate, 0-1. Ducks again tonight with 15 singles and a John Myers homer. That's been their offense, and that crazy average of just under 12 runs per game between these teams in the season series. They've got 12 on the board. They're averaging 11.8 runs total in the previous 10 games between them, and they've got that average almost on the nose tonight with a 12 spot. Also, if the Ducks hold on to win here, in fact, no matter who wins tonight, it'll be the 6th straight game between the two teams where the winning team has scored 8 or more runs. It's just unbelievable. These two teams put up offensive numbers against each other. Ducks won it 9-2 last night. Foul back to the netting by Apodaca, who has twice grounded out and once struck out, 0 for 3. And he's quickly down 0-2. Apodaca's slump has hit 0 for 20 now in his last 7 games. Good news for the Ducks tonight, too. That monster storm, or that intense storm that was sweeping across Long Island west to east, completely missed us. Broke up before it got here. 0-2 has the bottom drop out of it, but it was too low for ball 1 now to Juan Apodaca. Apodaca taking his time getting back in here. And Malone, very patient, peering into Keith Castillo. Ask him to go through the signs once more. And now Apodaca says this is taking too much time. So can't get on the right rhythm here. And now everybody resets. One-two pitch. Taken foul, slicing out of play down the right field line. It is a final in Bridgewater, New Jersey. The York Revolution beat the Somerset Patriots 12-1. So if this score holds, the Ducks will pull within 3 of the first-place Patriots in the Liberty Division. And in the Freedom Division, the York Revolution and the Lancaster Barnstormers will be dead even with identical 23-16 records. Revs started the night 1 game back of the first-place Barnstormers. 1-2, down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is going to be just an unbelievable battle between those two rivals all the way down the wire. I mean, it's definitely the best rivalry in the Atlantic League. York and Lancaster are 25 miles apart, basically off the same road, Route 30 in Pennsylvania. One team on each side of the Susquehanna River. They played against each other in the 50s and 60s when it was minor league baseball and the White Roses of York against the Red Roses of Lancaster. And their fans travel like mad to each other's stadiums. It's an unbelievable rivalry. And not this past weekend, but the weekend before, Lancaster went into York with a 4-game lead. Lancaster was in first atop the division. Revs were in second, 4 back. It was a 5-game series. York swept them, won all 5 games to take over first place. Grounded foul behind third here, and the count remains 2-2 on Apodaca. So, I mean, that was the only result in which Lancaster would have left York not leading the Freedom Division, was to be swept in a 5-game series. The Revs had never swept an opponent in a 5-game series. Guess what? They swept the Barnstormers in 5 and took over first place. But this past weekend, Lancaster won their series in sweeping style while the Revs dropped 2 of 3, so Lancaster got back into first place. 2-2 is up high and the count now full. So they are going to go back and forth down the wire the rest of the way. And they do have one more series remaining on July 4th, 5th, and 6th, as the Barnstormers will host that one. And boy, it's just going to be fun to watch that race, as it is in the Liberty Division. with the Ducks and Somerset Patriots would be 3 games apart if Long Island can hold on here. Good battle by Apodaca to try to get aboard. John Malone, check swing. He went around. Malone got him for a strikeout. Oh, big pitch by Malone, and there's one away. So here is James Skelton for his first at-bat in the pitcher's spot. Skelton batting .233, 7 homers, including a solo shot here last night, and 12 RBIs. The 7 homers tied his career high. So Malone wins the battle with Apodaca, and here is Skelton in the 9-hole. So again, the Ducks will battle the Patriots down to the wire. And they do have 4 games remaining in Bridgewater, New Jersey. June 14th, a doubleheader, the 15th and 16th, single game, so later this month. In fact, not this weekend, but next weekend. And boy, that'll go a long way to determine who's going to win the Liberty Division. Really, 2 teams have pulled away from the other 2 in both divisions. Ball 1 here to Skelton. And now a foul ball to the netting, strike 1. So Ducks and Patriots well ahead of the Bluefish, who are 9.5 out, and the River Sharks, who are 10 out at start of play tonight. Skeeters trying to hang in the Freedom Division, 6.5 out. Blue Crabs, 7 out. Sugarland trading with Southern Maryland to bring over Brian Barton to try to add some offense, and that should certainly help. But clearly right now, looks like a 2-horse race in the first half in both the Liberty and Freedom Divisions. Count 1-1 on James Skelton. John Malone's pitch. Down and away, 2 balls and a strike. Is that the only final? Southern Maryland leading 5-4 in Camden, top of the 9th. Sugarland, a 5-1 lead over the Bluefish, bottom of the 5th, down in Texas. Two-1 pitch to follow. Swung through, may have got a piece. It's 2-2. Yankees and A's tied at 1, bottom of the 6th in the Bronx, where I believe they had that weather delay. Mets leading the Cubbies at Wrigley, 1-0, bottom of the 5th. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the 9th. Ducks lead it by 4. Malone's pitch. Call, 3rd strike, he got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for John Malone.
Right fielder number 1, Yusuke Kajimoto.
So 10 strikeouts on the night for Ducks pitching. Bobby Blevins had 7, Josh Lansford 1. John Malone has a pair in 2 batters faced. And the last hope at the top of the order for the Barnstormers is Yusuke Kajimoto, 1 for 4 tonight with an infield single. Down and in, misses the right-hander, ball 1. Ducks trying to go to 3-2 on this 7-game homestand, with 2 more against the Stormers tomorrow and Thursday, both at 6:35. (1-0). Foul back. Straight behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kajimoto. Tomorrow night, Sean Garceau goes for the Ducks against Cody Scarpetta for the Stormers, a pair of right-handers. Malone set, ready for the 1-1. Grounded foul down the right field line, just crossed outside the bag, and the Ducks now a strike away. And now they start to get loud for John Malone, who has a chance to strike out the side here in the 9th inning to end it. Again, Malone will be the closer in save situations, so Without that Myers home run, it would have been a save situation tonight, but he's treating it as such. And now he's ahead of Kajimoto, 1-2. Long peer in to Keith Castillo, and again, John really almost squinting to look in, so Castillo says, hey, let's not give him any life here. Ducks lead is 4, 2 outs, nobody on, 1-2 count. Just make sure we're both on the same page here. Try to open the door for the Barnstormers in the 9th inning. Hopefully they're back on the same page and now ready for the 1-2 pitch. On the way. Pop foul out of play down the left field line, something that Kajimoto, I believe, did 6 straight times back in the 5th inning before he was struck out by Bobby Blevins. What an unbelievable at-bat. Another 1-2 coming. Just got a piece of it. Foul into the Ducks dugout. I don't think Kajimoto knew for sure where that ball was, and he just started running. Do the smart thing, run to first just in case. But he is not going to give in at all here to Malone, and John isn't either. Try to get the final strike and or the final out here to end it. Approaching 3.5 hours is this marathon between these two teams. Another 1-2 pitch. Way low and inside, through to the backstop, but no harm with nobody aboard. So now deuces wild on Kajimoto. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Those that remain on their feet clapping rhythmically for John Malone. To strike out the side. That's how they want to see it ended. Struck out Apodaca swinging and Skelton looking. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. John Malone, fans, Yusuke Kajimoto strikes out the side in the 9th, and the Ducks for a 2nd straight night beat the Barnstormers. The final score tonight, the Long Island Ducks 8 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 4. Bobby Blevins picks up the victory. The Ducks get 16 hits tonight, 15 singles, and John Myers' first home run as a Duck. Lou Ford goes 4 for 4 and reached base all 5 times to lead Long Island to the 4-run victory. The Ducks celebrate with a victory handshake across the infield, and we'll be back to talk about it. Again, the final tonight, the Long Island Ducks 8, the Lancaster Barnstormers 4.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
All 2,000 of us at PSEG Long Island care deeply about our communities. Our company has a long-standing commitment to giving back. And our people, along with our energy efficiency and renewable energy programs, are helping to improve the businesses and towns we all call home. Learn more about how we're working together to better serve our communities. Visit us at psegliny.com/community.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark, where the Long Island Ducks have doubled up the Lancaster Barnstormers by the final score of 8-4. They win it for a 2nd straight night, and this night was all about getting through the frustration of being unable to score in the early innings tonight. And the Ducks fell behind 2-0 after just 2 innings, but had incredible chances in the first 5 innings to blow this game open. In the 2nd inning, the 3rd inning, the 5th inning, and the 6th, the Ducks had the first 2 men on to open the inning and couldn't score in the 2nd, couldn't score in the 3rd, couldn't score in the 5th. Finally, in the 6th, after leaving 9 men on base in the first 5 frames and having those situations of 1st and 2nd, nobody out, 1st and 2nd, nobody out, 1st and 3rd, nobody out, they blew the game open. Lancaster had to use 4 pitchers to get through the 6th inning as the Ducks sent 11 men to the plate, scored 6 runs on 6 hits, and never looked back. So our Nicolak player of the game tonight, we're going to split it between 2 players. Pitcher Bobby Blevins, who was outstanding, 7 innings of 7 hit, 2-run ball with a walk and 7 strikeouts to pick up his 3rd win. And how can you not select Lou Ford tonight? A perfect 4 for 4 at the plate. 4 singles, a run scored, a run batted in, also drew an intentional walk. So he got aboard all 5 times he came to home plate. Raised his average to a league-best 380 as he went 5 percentage points ahead of the Lancaster Barnstormers' Blake Galen, who now has departed for Mexico. So Lou Ford, who was really struggling for one of the only times this year coming in, just 2 for 17 in his last 4 games, doubled that hit total tonight with 4 hits and reached base all 5 times. So Blevins and Ford are Nicolak players of the game. They win Nicolak Player of the Game honors. Nicolak Retaining Walls and Paving Stones, a company synonymous with quality and service in the manufactured concrete industry for almost 50 years. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, the full recap of how it went down tonight. We will run you through the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll preview tomorrow night's Game 3 matchup, and we'll wrap this one up. Again, the Ducks have won it here tonight over the Stormers. 8-4 is your final.
Hey fans, this is outfielder John Myers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicolak Paving Stones and Walls. Nicolak's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicolak. Visit the Nicolak Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak paver, let Nicolak pavers pave your way.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Chris King back one final time to Bethpage Ballpark where the Long Island Ducks defeat the Lancaster Barnstormers by the final score of 8-4. Time now for the recap of tonight's game. Ducks won it 9-2 last night in the opener of the 4-game series. And tonight a pair of right-handers going head-to-head. Bobby Blevins for Long Island and former New York Met Chris Schwinden for the Lancaster Barnstormers. Well, each pitcher tossed a scoreless first frame, but the Barnstormers broke on top tonight in the visitors' second when Casey Frawley hit a 2-run homer to left center, just his second of the year, and it was 2-0 Lancaster. The story in the early innings, though, for the Ducks was frustration. In the second inning, they had first and second, nobody out, could not score. In the third inning, first and second, nobody out, could not score. Still trailing 2-0 in the fifth, first and third, nobody out, could not score, and so it went to the sixth inning with Long Island trailing 2-0, and for the fourth time in 6 innings, they got the first 2 men on, but this inning would be different. Keith Castillo led off with a single to left, John Myers a single to left, Dan Lyons tried to bunt them over, but they got the lead man Castillo at third for the first out. The Ducks still, though, had first and second one away, and that would be it for Chris Schwinden. He would depart. They would bring in Pete Andrelzik to face Cody Puckett. Puckett would work out a walk to load the bases, and Cody also extended his on-base streak with that walk to 26 games, the longest streak in the league by any player in the Atlantic League. So the Ducks trailing 2-0, loaded the bases with one away, and Brendan Harris finally got the big hit they were looking for all night long with a single through the left side that brought home both John Myers and Dan Lyons, and this game was tied at 2. Lou Ford would follow with a single to center that scored Cody Puckett, and the Ducks had their first lead of the night at 3-2. Joe Ashbrodeen would be hit by a pitch. Randy Ruiz would follow with a 2-run single through the left side, bringing home Harris and Ford, and the Ducks' lead was 5-2. That was it for Andrelzik. He was replaced at that point by Ross Peoples, who came in to get Adam Bailey, but Bailey would single to center to drive in another run, and Keith Castillo would finally ground out to first for the second out. Once again, the Barnstormers would go to the bullpen to bring in their fourth pitcher of the inning, righty Brody Downs, and Downs would get John Myers to pop out to short for the final out. But all told, in that home sixth, the Ducks sent 11 men to the plate, score 6 runs on 6 hits against 4 different Barnstormers pitchers, and really salted the game away there, leading 6-2. After that inning, Long Island would add a run in the bottom of the 7th inning on a wild pitch that scored Cody Puckett from third to make it 7-2. Chris Schwinden, we mentioned, exited after 5 1/3 innings. He gave up 10 hits tonight, all singles to the Ducks. 2 runs, both earned, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Bobby Blevins left after the 7th of 7-hit, 2-run ball, a walk, and 7 Ks. Barnstormers would make it interesting, though, in the top of the 8th, as Wilson Batista had a 2-run single down the left field line to bring home Jerry Owens and Cole Garner. They would actually get the tying run to the plate, but it was Josh Lansford coming in, and on 6 pitches, he threw 6 strikes, struck out Amos Ramon, and got Casey Frawley to foul out, and the Ducks left the 8th, leading it 7-4. In the bottom of the 8th, John Myers would hit his first home run as a Long Island Duck off Fute knee, a solo shot to left to make it an 8-4 game. Ducks would bring in John Malone to pitch the 9th, and he would strike out the side, getting Juan Apodaca swinging, James Skelton looking, and Yusuke Kazimoto swinging, and the Ducks had themselves the 8-4 victory. Final numbers tonight for Long Island: 8 runs on 16 hits. They had 15 singles and the John Myers homer. They committed 1 error, and the Ducks left 14 men on base. The Barnstormers 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for a second straight night, and they stranded 6. The winner is Bobby Blevins. He goes to 3-1. The loser, Pete Andrelzik, he dropped to 0-4. Game played in 3 hours and 27 minutes before a crowd of 4,117. So with the win, the Ducks go to a season high 4 games over 500. Again, they tie their season high at 20-16, and Long Island has won 2 straight. Meanwhile, with the loss, the Barnstormers dropped to 23-16, and after winning 4 in a row coming into this series, the Barnstormers have lost 2 consecutive games. Lancaster leads the series 6-5 over Long Island. The Ducks go to 3-2 on this 7-game homestand with 2 games remaining. And again, Long Island pulls within 3 games of first place Somerset, atop the Liberty Division, while the Barnstormers, with the loss tonight, fall back into a first-place tie with the York Revolution, who went into Somerset and beat the Patriots tonight. 12-1 was the final score there. One more final we can tell you about. Southern Maryland wins in Camden 5-4, and bottom of the 6th now in Sugar Land, Texas. Skeeters lead the Bluefish by the score of 5-1. Major League action, both the Mets and Yankees in action tonight. Yankees have just taken a 2-1 lead over the A's at the stadium as they play middle of the 7th. Mets continue to lead in Chicago over the Cubs on the north side by a score of 1-0. So, impressive win again tonight for the Ducks, who rally from 2-0 down. Frustrating night all the way through the first 5 innings, but they finally make it pay off. A 6th-run 6th keys the victory. Lou Ford gets aboard all 5 times tonight, goes 4 for 4, drives in a run, scores a run, and raises his league-leading average to .380. So the Ducks with a chance to win the series with a victory tomorrow or Thursday, and tomorrow night they'll send the right-hander Sean Garceau to the hill. He's 3-1 on the year with a 5.95 ERA. Stormers will counter with their own righty, Cody Scarpetta, 0-1 with a 4.58 ERA. So the Ducks get it done for a second straight night. On Monday night it was a 9-2 victory, and tonight an 8-4 win. They've taken the first 2 from the Lancaster Barnstormers. Game 3 tomorrow night. That'll do it from here. Once again, the final score tonight from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It was the Long Island Ducks 8 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 4. We do invite you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast tomorrow night, when the Ducks host the Stormers in Game 3 of this 4-game set. The pregame show starts at 6:20 p.m. We'll throw the first pitch at 6:35. You'll hear it all right here on Long Island's home for Ducks baseball, liducks.com and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. I'm Chris King saying thanks so much for listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, everybody, and good night from the Duck Pond.